or Juanita.
Juanita. Did you see the Black Twitter thing yet, Stacey?
No,
I gotta finish.
It's actually I'm on the first two.
It's decent. It's decent.
I'm mad it ain't no St. Louis niggas on there, but that's just a.
I very simply put, I knew that it had dropped, and then the fact, and I said, if St. Louis Twitter ain't on there, then I don't give a damn about it. And no one from St. Louis Twitter had mentioned being featured or being whatever, so it has not been a priority for me to watch because
I think the history of it was pretty good. Like there's like the history, the background, like which is.
I think St. Louis Twitter is just his own.
But to that point though. There were people from St. Louis Twitter who were a part of the bigger zeitgeist with
because the main guy was from one of the guys was from here.
He went to the Berg.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people that we know who were viral at that time. And who had a lot of followers.
Will.
With
the green shirt.
Green shirt Will. Right? Green shirt Will. Hell, even less.
He's big now. He's even bigger now. On there.
Which is hilarious. And I
forgot about Les.
I forgot about back in the day.
Yeah, I forgot about Les.
But they were, when blogs would do articles about whatever current topic was going on, they were getting quoted in those things. Mm-hmm. So it's like, no, you ain't got to say all of St. Louis Twitter, but you need to acknowledge some folks.
Yeah, the only thing that they do have people from Twitter from LA and New York, like in little small meetup groups, like saying like, oh yeah, you remember when you did this? Like the girl that did the kneel down thing, they got her in there talking about.
The dude with Gilbert Arenas, the one dude, he's on there.
But he's on the LA group, so they got an LA group and a New York group. So like the girl that did the kneel thing that's squinting, remember with the pink? Yeah. They got her on there. She was like, she actually was hurting.
Yeah.
For real. She was like she's mad that niggas made that into a full thing.
She was like, she's like, no, that was a real
like I'm in pain.
But what was I finna say? Shit. Funny thing is, and I wish I could go back and fucking find it. So, the term Black Twitter, I'm gonna say this. There was a guy that was on Twitter back in the day. His name was like Nerd Ferguson.
I remember that.
Right?
I remember that name.
Mm-hmm. He was one of the first people that I ever saw use the term
Black Twitter.
And he had a blog. And we actually had him come on ham radio.
Oh, he's from St. Louis?
To talk about it. No, he's not from St. Louis. So we're actually got him to come on or whatever, right? Worst interview ever. Because just because a nigga can write don't mean he can talk.
I don't remember.
So, and...
Was he phoned in?
Yeah, so and like I said, okay, so when you talk about Black Twitter, I'm like I said, tell everybody, like, what does that mean to you? And he's like, well, black niggas on Twitter. Okay, but...
Who was Nerd at the Cool Table?
Oh, wait a minute,
was that Digital Danny?
No. So there was Nerd Ferguson and there was Nerd at the Cool Table. Nerd at the Cool Table... Yeah, so that was the difference. Nerd at the Cool Table... I remember loving those tweets, but now I'm thinking, I think I would have essentially Nerd at the Cool Table would have been a better person to have than
Nerd
Ferguson. But
I think I just followed. I followed more just. I didn't follow any celebrities because I just followed all St. Louis people for real.
The best hashtag Little Howard You Week though for St. Louis. That one. The Little Howard You Week hashtag.
Oh yeah.
Go back on there now. It's just hilarious. Yeah. It is an onslaught of them.
Because when I first got, they was talking about because it was just a group and they called themselves Slander Mafia.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't know.
I ended up in the Slander Mafia.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't you get
Train. So A-Train started it. Was right, really like beginning with the Slander Mafia and everything. I ended up being in the Slander Mafia not because I think I was recruited. I just started slandering people.
Yeah, because you're infamous for it wasn't Toni Morrison. It was Still I got a group back. Didn't you get blocked by
I was blocked by Terry McMillan.
Terry McMillan, yes.
I was blocked by Terry McMillan.
And you was blocked by Gangsta Boo too, right?
No, not Gangsta Boo. So Terry McMillan and Zaria from the Parenthood.
What?
Reagan Gomez?
Yeah.
Hold on, how'd you get
my childhood crush?
Yeah, how did that happen?
I forget what she said. It was something she said, and I said something back. I was like, "Fuck you, Zaria." And,
shit! Go to your room, Zaria.
Oh my god.
He said she sent the entire room.
Go back to your fucking sorry. So you was a slut. You was just going. It wasn't like she didn't say anything crazy.
I was a mean girl.
Okay, so she didn't do anything technically.
Didn't somebody call you a cyberbully?
I was a cyberbully. And then that's how. And then you got the cyberbully logo. So one day we was all at John House and had my laptop out and everything. Daryl had his gun. He had 6 hour and puts it on top of my laptop. I hate guns. I'm terrified of guns. I will not touch it. So even though it's sitting there, I'm not taking it off to move it. So I end up taking a picture of it. I'm like, look at this shit. And later on, went back and superimposed like something that says cyberbully on the screen. So you have cyberbully on the screen, and you see the gun sitting there.
It's a hard picture though.
It's a hard picture. Go hard. It go hard. But yeah, I was a mean girl. I was absolutely a mean girl on Twitter for like, and I think I just decided that was going to be my persona. Like Stacey Adams was what I was going to be.
Be scared of this. Be scared of
it. Like you don't want these problems. And it's to that point of like, even to this day, people will sometimes, if they've seen me before, like they'll start up with, not even going to say start, like shit, fucking Bub. Bub can say something, right? And I can disagree. And not even like disagree in a bad way. And I'll be like, no, I don't really like their chicken fingers. Mm. You know, like this. And Bub will immediately back down. And I'm like, do you think I'm gonna cuss you out about chicken fingers?
Oh, see,
I'm sorry,
I don't want this smoke.
Right? So like that. Sometimes that bothers me. So I'm like, we can disagree.
Agree to disagree. Like shout out to Sleep, Mr.
Right, exactly. Like I'm not about to agree to disagree. And I also say
he got them t-shirts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mr. That's his trademark.
I'll even say to people, like, so for real, I'm like, I said, y'all scared I'm gonna cuss you out. When is the last time that y'all really saw me cuss somebody out? And they be like, well, you know what? Like, right, y'all.
But your reputation precedes you.
And hey, and if that keeps you from bothering me,
there you go.
And that's that. And some folks will start bothering me, and I'll be like, hey, don't do this. This isn't what you want. Like I'm not trying to be funny when I say this ain't what you want, but I got way more time on my hands than you think I do. And I will spend the rest of the day dedicated to.
Well, that's our opener. Right there. Oh no, I'm talking about this is our opener for the show. I already started recording. I'm gonna take it and put it in the front, like before the actual.
You'll chop it.
Yup. Edit. Welcome to. My name is. We are together for the first time.
Time ever.
Ever.
We're touching.
Ever.
We're in the same place.
Right. So, wait, Scott, I haven't seen you since I left.
Yeah, I ain't seen since our going away party.
So
that's what, 8 years?
That was 2015. So
I've been 10 years, 9 years.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Yeah, because I just got married. Well, Frank went for a few months. Yeah. Newlyweds.
Yep, newlyweds. Yeah, because I was at the reception.
The reception, yeah, Moonrise.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, long time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
But somebody else didn't want to show up. We got a lot of hit up on. Anita Baker.
Oh man.
The songstress.
She the new Lauryn Hill?
I think she is.
She got to be something bigger than this. This has got to be because Aretha Franklin's passed on.
Yeah.
I heard she was like this too. Then who was it that she said that ain't no way they need to be on a bill with me? It was somebody. You was telling the story about it was something about Aretha Franklin and like. I can't remember what it was like. She was talking bad about somebody. Was it Diana Ross? Somebody she was talking about?
Oh,
and she was like, "Hey, she don't need to be on no bill with me." I forgot. It was. She was talking about somebody.
Patti LaBelle. Was it Patti? Why wasn't her and Patti?
Was it her and Patti that had beef?
Well, so here's the thing: the Patti and Aretha beef. It's one of those things. I think nobody can prove it, but it just looks like there is beef, right? It just makes sense that there would be beef. Or there's been some little shady things that have happened, or we've all seen that video with Aretha coming into that room.
Was it the White House?
Yeah, the White House, and then Patti puts her hand out, and Aretha's like, "Girl, no, thank you." So there's we don't know if there really was beef, but maybe. But either way, Anita Baker, ma'am. Okay, look, we love you. We do. But enough with the shenanigans. Either poop or get off the pot or sing or get off the stage. Pick one. So she was supposed to perform in Atlanta for Mother's Day, right? This past Sunday, and canceled the show. Like, what was like the day of, like literally that day. So people found out via
like
email.
20 minutes before showtime.
They got an email from, let's say, the venue issued an email explaining simply that Baker's show was being canceled due to late, unforeseen circumstances, and they added that the ticket holders would be issued a refund. There's a TikTok video I saw of a woman who said that Anita can't come back to Atlanta. So I don't know how much weight she holds with that threat.
Like, I don't know if she can hold.
Like, I mean, that ain't trick saying you can't come to Detroit. Like, but Anita, what the hell? I mean, now it seems like every concert there's a problem with her. So there was the one that she's supposed to be doing with Babyface, and then all of a sudden they were no longer on tour together anymore. So what the hell?
Okay, so allegedly Anita Baker and Cheryl Lynn had a beef 9 years ago. On Twitter.
Cool.
They got into it. I just Googled it because I want to make sure.
You said on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
So, fun fact, Cheryl Lynn does not have a Twitter account.
So she was beefing with the fake Cheryl Lynn account.
She was beefing with a fake
wait till I see you in these streets.
And we found out. We just recently found out that Cheryl Lynn does not have a Twitter account.
The Meg Thee Stallion or something.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, girl, if you want to sample this song," and we didn't. No one took it as like disrespect. It was like, okay, but she had, Encore was doing real big at that point now because she just got her master's back. So we're like, okay,
TikTok.
Like we figured, hey, Cheryl Lynn trying to get some extra coins.
So yeah, this Cheryl Lynn account went in on Anita. Anita's just said, check my. It says she said check my discography, and that's all she said. But the Cheryl Lynn account kept going in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody told her, "Hey man, there's not really Cheryl Lynn over there." I just got off the phone with her.
They was like, Anita was like, call her up now.
Call Cheryl Lynn and see what was going on.
I ain't typing no words.
What is it, Twitter?
Yeah.
I ain't tweeting nothing. But so is she the next morning? I mean, or is she? Lauryn Hill's younger, so I guess.
As far as the comparison, it's just more or less having a fucked up show situation, or with going to a Lauryn Hill concert that's supposed to start at 7.
Yeah, you wait 3 hours.
You're waiting 3 hours for her to show up, and so, or she doesn't show up, or she doesn't feel like going on, or something like that.
You've had the Lauryn Hill experience.
I had the first Lauryn Hill experience.
It was at the pageant, right?
It was at the pageant. I had the first Lauryn Hill experience, but she was about. She's like an hour or so late.
This is before she got real egregious.
Right. So yeah, okay. It was just before that.
Okay, I thought it was a couple hours.
Yeah, it was. So it was like she was like about an hour and a half late, and then so you're waiting. I mean, again, this is the first time that you were seeing her do anything since the Miseducation came out, and so like you get to see her. It's only at the pageant, but hey, great intimate setting, and you're sitting there, and then. Waiting, and then she comes out and starts doing songs from the album to a different melody and beat. And so, and they've completely changed up everything about the song, so you can't even sing along.
Yeah, because she changed the beats.
So everything changes. So you're like, wait a minute, okay, so these are the same words, but I came here to sing along to X Factor at the top of my lungs. I wanted to come out here and tell everybody that some guys are about that thing yang.
Does she even? I heard she doesn't do something like that. She doesn't do the Fuji. She didn't at that time. She didn't do any of the Fuji joints, did she?
She didn't do any Fuji joints. No, it was really just all of her stuff. And
Killing Me Softly, I'm assuming she did that, or did she not do that?
I don't remember, but I do know that I did a review of the concert on my YouTube channel at that time. And so somewhere in there, in that archive is where you'll find it. You'll find my exact.
Would you like to promote it right here and tell people to go look at that review?
Well, maybe yes. So when we get done with this, like I'll double check and make sure that it's there, or make sure that it's up, and it'll just be on my. Make sure that it's still up. Like,
yeah, like 12 years ago,
right? Like, well, funny thing, because my Love Jones Ruined My Life, that one's still up, and that's still doing numbers. Oddly enough.
Really?
Like, Love Jones, I think, ended up on Netflix, and I think people started typing in Love Jones, and I started popping up. So I made that 12 years ago. 13 years ago, and every once in a while I'll get a message being like, somebody just commented on
you like, damn.
I'm like, damn, did they?
Damn, they still hype about this.
It's like, so, and I almost don't want people to watch it because I look so different. Like,
but that's good though.
It's like, man, like you're like, whoa.
It shows growth though.
It does. It shows a lot. It's growth and non-growth of like just the.
Yeah.
There's some shrinkage there. But,
Reversal.
Right, a lot of reversal. But yeah, so Anita, bottom line, pull it together.
Well, I heard she had medical issues. They said she can't like actually stand up on stage the whole time. That's part of the thing.
And that's
that
okay.
might be it.
And so here's the thing, though. That's okay. Like,
just don't have a show.
I think what Frankie Beverly is still. Well, I think he's.
He on his farewell. His farewell tour.
But
I mean, that's really a karaoke session.
But I'm saying though. But with Frankie, like,
he was 80 something.
And he's sitting on stage.
I refuse to go see Frankie.
I don't know.
But
I refuse to go see him do a karaoke. I refuse to pay for karaoke.
So, but if she's
at least that much for karaoke.
Saying, if she's not able to stand for a long time, right? And if we know, I mean, not even just if the audience knows that. It doesn't matter if we know that or not. She's not known for her choreography.
Yes.
So if she's sitting the entire time and she can still sing, I don't give a damn. That's fine.
Bring a couch out.
Look, girl, if you want to lay down for a little bit, take off your shoes, just sing the songs. I don't care how you do it. Like, again, I didn't come to your concert to watch you perform. You're not putting on a performance. I'm here to listen to you sing.
Let me go to y'all with this. What if she did a combination tour with Toni Braxton, where she could like kind of lay back and because people damn near sound alike sometimes, and then you could she come out and do 2 songs, Toni come out and do 4. She come out and do 2, so she don't have that pressure of doing a full show or the whole thing, but it's still within the same vein. And I mean, and Toni, well, she don't need the checks, but she kind of need the checks. Depending on how you look at it.
Toni always needs a check.
Well, I mean, she was Birdman, but I don't know. That's not technically her check.
Toni always needs a check.
I'm just saying it will help her out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Toni and Anita.
But I can see Anita saying, "Fuck that, I don't mess with you."
No,
well, not even that. I think Toni just. I mean, because
I gave you a song already.
Who's the headliner?
Anita for sure. I mean, I don't think Toni would be. I'm saying Anita would probably be like, I already gave you a song.
Yeah.
Or 2 songs technically. That's all I need to give you. I ain't give you no 2 or 2. I can see if she's as petty as she was a babyface. Let's just go.
They lucky Luther ain't alive.
Hey, what group was that? What group was that told them don't look at him?
Oh,
was it In Vogue?
Yeah, because they was on tour with him. They was on tour with him.
And they said we couldn't look at him.
Yep.
In the face or something like that. Like they budgeted something like, you can't look me in the face.
Big gravy.
Hey, how would the landscape have been different if Luther was alive on these older legacy tours?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would him and Charlie Wilson be getting into it right now?
No, so I feel like Luther would have been a diva. So
would Luther mess with these younger producers?
Maybe not. I think Luther would have been a diva. So it would have been a whole. Basically he would have got into it with all the female artists. Like that's what he'd be going against.
The dudes would be like, I ain't dealing with that.
I ain't dealing with that. Like, yeah, but that's what it would be. I think there'd be some diva stuff.
Like, I've got too many problems with the Gap Band already. I ain't doing this again with y'all. They my brothers.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with Luther. Let the boy do his thing.
So shout out to Anita. I mean, she just needs to retire. Let her do it. She should do like a Netflix live or something, like a show live for like Amazon, and just do the last one.
Get the check.
If you want to see my live show, go to streaming.
Here's my thing. Generally speaking, when an older artist starts touring again, it's for a check. Because like Anita has gone on hiatus for.
When she had her kid.
She had the kid.
But you know she got her masters back too.
She
for her first 2 albums.
So she does she has those the first set of albums that all come out, and then she takes a hiatus. She comes back with the album that has Body and Soul album, right? Which is when
I apologize.
Yeah, so that's when I became the fan, right? And went back to her.
Is Fairy Tales on that too?
No. This was the one in the 90s.
This is the 90s.
With I Apologize and Body and Soul.
So that's when she came. And it was like, okay, Nita. But Nita came back and was was pretty much like, look, I know it's a little young heifer out here to sound like me. But just in case you forgot, I am the songstress. And here's a quick little album for you. And then she burnt out again for years.
So she had her son. Didn't she have her first kid? Well, both. Her sons are in that time.
Yeah, so she
she had a bad miscarriage on one of them, I think.
That I don't know.
Or a bad pregnancy, or one of those.
Yeah, I just know she had kids.
That's how Tony got Love Should Have Brought You Home.
Right, so like I said, she did the Body and Soul album, then she goes on hiatus again, right? Well, okay, let me drop this album for you real quick. I got to get back home to these kids, right? We were good, and then she came back again with another album, and that's the one that has "You're My Everything" on it. Great album, right? And then it's like, okay, Anita Baker.
Then she covered Tyrese.
So I love the album you talking about is Rhythm of Love, the 94.
Have I told you I love you?
That's what it is. Rhythm of Love. That's what that's called.
Have I told you I love you? Did she redo the Tyrese? I remember hearing it. I don't know.
She may have. I don't know. But then after that, then she leaves again. Right, so we gotten used to she gonna put out a bomb ass album and then go mind her business. But now she's been touring, and the tours are not touring like they used to compared to her. Remember we had looked at her tours before from like the 80s.
From the 80s,
like she was killing it. So again, usually what has New Edition always said? They never made money from their work. From their albums, they made money on the road. They always made money on the road. When artists go back on,
they stay show.
When they go back on the tour, usually it's for a check, unless you just kind of want to do it, right? So like if the Rolling Stones went on tour right now, they don't need a check. They just doing it because they ain't got shit else to do.
No, I'm gonna go. So that Rhythm of Love album sold 2 million records, and she was mad because of the bad promotion. No, think about that. She did 2 million on this album, and she was like, "I need to leave the label because y'all didn't promote this enough." And two times platinum.
But I'm going back to what you were saying. Like she was supposed to get Love Should Have Brought You Home,
and the other joint.
That's the beef with Babyface right there. You gave my songs to that heifer. That's the beef. That's the beef right there, man.
And she a young cute one too.
That's the beef.
And she got a little cut. And she got a short haircut like me.
Short haircut like
and she got sisters. Yeah, that's the beef right there. She was supposed. Yeah, them songs was hers. And then she
the fast paced joint was supposed to be Anita Baker too. The other one that she got on the Boomerang. With Tony, Babyface and Tony do.
I know the song.
I know the song.
Yeah.
I could just make love to you.
Our introduction to Tony, for real.
That's it. Yeah. Like when Tony was an old nose.
Yeah, that's the beef.
Like that's the first nose, Tony.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's the beef. There, when you said that, I was like, oh, if she was supposed to get them songs,
Could be.
I would have sold a few more million.
Give You My Heart is the name of the song.
Yeah, there you go.
I
would have sold a few.
So she been holding. She was like, "You lucky I'm letting you on this tour. You lost me money."
Yeah.
Because the Boomerang soundtrack is 92, 93. Her album is 94. She ain't had the best of production on her. She said she felt like, at least in this article, it said, and that's what she didn't like what the label did.
I love
and she
that.
think about
like, that album is what
the Body and Soul album.
Yeah, like that one. When I heard Body and Soul, if that comes on, I'm about to sing it loud and off key, and I need the version that's not the radio edit because it's some extra that she does in there. I got to get them ad libs in.
Yeah.
So
is it a bridge? Some bridges and ad libs.
It's a bridge in there that I need to do. So like I said, for me, that's what put me on to her. Like my mom had listened to her.
I don't understand. So the compositions album, the album before that album, sold 1 million, but she wasn't mad then. That was in 90. But the other one, she sold 2 million. She's like, they ain't electric promoted enough. I'm out.
Cause they had them radio songs. I guess that one probably. I don't know.
I
mean, that could be the big.
Okay, but then she might have had some problems then because the album before that, Giving You the Best I Got, had sold 3 million, and that was in 88.
What's her high sell now?
I think it's this one.
The 3 million.
Giving You the Best I Got, 3 million.
Ah.
Yeah.
So the one before that is Rapture. That's 86.
Mm-hmm.
And that one has. Damn, that one's got 5 million.
Yeah.
8 million worldwide, 5 million in US.
Close to
Damn.
I almost went.
Hey, man.
The Rapture album, does that have Sweet Love on it?
Yep, Sweet Love.
How sweet it is!
Sweet Love and
You Bring Me Joy.
Yep.
Angel.
Yeah.
Angel on there.
That's
Angel's on there.
Oh, the next one.
yeah.
Okay.
But then her
No one in the world. Damn.
the best of
Same old.
Same old love. Three. Ah.
It's got like 5, 6 major singles.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
that's a straight playthrough.
Honestly, that most of those songs, that's what's on the Best of Anita Baker. If you buy that album, like that's what's on there.
That's the Saturday morning you hear your mom blasting, you smell that pine salt.
Yeah, that's 86. 83 is Songstress. That's got Angel on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
83, that's her first album. That's got Angel on there.
With Same Old Love.
That's it.
Oh no, that's on the next one.
That's
Okay.
major single is Angel. You're the Best Thing Yet.
Yeah.
Another single. No More Tears. Feel the Need. But the ones that we would know would be Angel and You're the Best Thing Yet.
Mm-hmm.
But that Rapture's so, oh my God. She was putting up, she almost went diamond.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she was doing Nelly numbers in the 80s.
Yeah. Right. And then for the younger viewers, you have to understand.
86.
You have to understand
records.
to sell
that's
a
crazy.
million records in the 80s is a big deal because you really had to.
Damn, gold, 500,000. 500,000.
Most guys came in like
you prayed for a gold album.
Not even gold. Some guys I forgot what interviews like if we did 100,000, I was gonna be cool.
Right.
Like, we could be on tour. We could be good.
Gold was a big deal. It was a very big deal. So to sell 1 million records because you had to physically go to a store to purchase an album, right? So you got it, and at that point either you got it on cassette or you got it on vinyl.
The CDs wasn't quite out yet.
Might have been able to get it on 8-track, depending on what year it was, right? So that's it. So whatever the dollar amount was, like that those sales were legitimate sales. It wasn't worried about streaming, where now you got to stream a song 75 million times to earn $3, to earn $1,
a penny,
like or
half a penny,
like that, right? Or however many streams equals one sale. No, you had to go get it. So the idea that 1 million people, at least 1 million people, or even 500,000 went out and purchased that it's a big fucking deal. It really is. And for her to do that in the 80s, ain't
and still sell a few million in the 90s. A couple of million in the 90s.
She sold 2 million was mad.
That's what I'm saying.
and then in '94, that's still CDs and it's cassettes and maybe CDs, kind of like possibly.
If you was balling,
right?
If you had a CD player,
if you was balling, you was getting a CD. So again, that's still physically going to have to purchase it, unless you were getting it from like BMG music collection.
So just looking at this dissecting this, they gave Anita Baker the what it would be like when you supposed to get your Grammy, like your Grammy or your Oscar for something else, and so the next album ain't as good, but she sweep the Grammys on that one. That was for the Giving You the Best album. Got Song of the Year, Album of the Year.
Giving You the Best that I got is the best song.
So was that 87?
For the 88.
I bet everything on my wedding ring.
But I mean, and that one only sold 3. This one sold 5 million worldwide, 3 million in the U.S. It wasn't as much though. So she won, and she won all 3 Grammy Awards for R&B and all 3 of the Soul Train Awards. So nobody else got nothing that was an R&B. And
I wonder who she was. We'll look up later who she was up against.
I think it's
88 was like Jody Watley. Was with Janet? Well, nah, that was 86.
No, Janet would be up in there. 88 for sure. She probably lost out on something to her.
Yeah.
She was killed. Like if you look, I remember I looked at the Grammys for like 5 years in a row. Like Anita Baker was coming out album, she was finna get 2 of them. Mm-hmm. You might as well even show up.
She was Adele before Adele.
Yeah. And you know she don't like her. You know Anita don't like Adele either, right?
What?
I'm just saying if the same mainstream line is going through.
They're gonna have a Anita Baker tribute. Adele gonna sing one of her songs.
They bet not. They bet not.
They did a Anita Baker tribute.
Yeah.
They did one on BET.
The Soul Train Awards?
Or BET?
Yeah, something like that. Trying to remember. I don't remember who performed, but I do remember it happened.
I can't remember.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Tevin Campbell perform there?
Was it for the Soul Train?
That's gonna drive me nuts. Because when I have to think about it, because like I remember Tevin Campbell singing for somebody. I don't remember who it was, and I remember their face. I just remember they had the look on their face like,
I know.
Anita Baker tribute BET Awards 2018.
Okay.
Gladys did Sweet Love.
She was cool with that one.
Marsha Ambrosius did Caught Up in the Rapture. Yolanda Adams sang You Bring Me Joy.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. I don't know what he's saying.
I wonder who had they announced the Lifetime Achievement? Well, the awards nominees for BET.
Ace of the year '88. Jody Watley won Best New Artist. I
know she was jamming, looking for a real love.
And Best New Artist, that was overall. That wasn't just R&B.
Oh, she won it overall.
Overall, Best New Artist.
Yeah, 88. You going up against like Al B. Sure.
It was the Breakfast Club, Cutting Crew, Terrence Trent D'Arby, and Swing Out Sisters. So she should have won that. Well, Terrence Trent D'Arby was big though back then. That
Wishing Well
was the shit.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that's the beef.
Possibly.
That's the beef. He gave Tony them songs.
Alright, so Anita won for Best R&B Performance. She lost, but that was for male, so she wasn't supposed to win that. She couldn't win duo or group, so she couldn't win that. But then she did win for Best R&B. She didn't win for R&B Instrumental, and then Best Rhythm and Blues Song. So she won for Anything, Giving You the Best I Got album, and then Giving You the Best I Got single.
This is 87?
80. It's actually 89, but for the 88,
for the 88
year.
So what was the males? Luther?
The male, Terrence Trent D'Arby won for Best
Okay.
Male Performance, introducing a hard line according to Terrence Trent D'Arby. That's that Sign Your Name and all that was on there.
Yeah, he had a run.
Yeah, that Wishing Well and all that stuff, that was big. Now let's see, who else is
Wait, so she got, and did she get 2 tributes? No, maybe she just only got the one, and this person doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. So yeah, I think it was BET. So there's another link that I saw. It was like at the Soul Train Awards.
Anita was up here. She could have watched this category every year. So the rest of that category for 89 was Taylor Dane, I'll Always Love You, Pebbles, Girlfriend, Karen White, The Way You Love Me, which is a dope song, but it ain't beating Anita. Vanessa Williams, The Right Stuff. Mm-hmm. That's who she went up against.
Yeah. So that's it. Like
up against the up-tempo girls.
Yeah.
And all the girls that she ain't like anyway. Like,
the new girls.
The girls anyway. She didn't think none of them could sing.
The same.
No, Karen, she respected Karen. She was like, I told you to bring out with that Superwoman first single.
Because what that Terry's wife?
Yeah, that's what's in the over here. The second part, listen to your husband. Listen to your husband coming out with that. Hey,
shout out to Karen White, man. She still look good.
She look real good. Hey, that's exactly what she said. Listen to your husband. Should have came with that Superwoman first. That should have been your first thing.
Superwoman was everywhere in 89, 88, 89.
Yeah.
All right, wait. So, not to move on from Anita, but we got some, a lot of things have been canceled lately.
We update to our lovers and friends, because people have been asking about this. Go ahead, Stacey. Where's Akaban at?
Yeah. I get my money back.
Lovers and friends, ladies and gentlemen, what's supposed to happen on May the 4th. I said May the 4th be with you, and it was not. It was canceled like hours before everything was supposed to start. And people basically got an email and they were informed. So in the statement that was shared across all of the social media platforms for Lovers and Friends, the organizers explained the cancellation was due to the National Weather Service's high wind warning and how it was the safest decision for the fans, artists, and staff. The wind advisory was in effect from 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, May 4th, until 5 p.m. on Sunday. It would have led to power outages, limited visibility, and other hazardous conditions. So according to the Weather Service, the advisory came in around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday, May 3rd. But the cancellation notice went out around 9:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to say it again. At 11 a.m. Friday the 3rd is when the National Weather Service put out that wind advisory. The concert organizers did not inform anyone that they were going to cancel anything until 9:45 p.m. that night. So that whole day had basically gone by. People flew in. So I actually know 2 people who had flown into Vegas to go to this event. And essentially I found out that it was canceled because they were posting and were like, so got to Vegas and Lovers and Friends is canceled. And it's like, wait, what?
Did the wind really happen for real?
I don't remember.
I thought somebody said it wasn't even windy.
I think eventually some wind came, or there had been wind previously, but I don't think. But I'll say this. I did see a video of like some strong wind, I guess weeks prior or a month or so prior, something like that, and it was really bad. So the reality is, I mean, if the National Weather Service says it,
that's true.
That's, so ideally it's like, okay, if they're telling you, hey, it's a whole wind advisory for like the entire weekend, what do you do? Because if you hold it,
people get hurt.
And then people get hurt.
It was like, nah, we good because my nephew had a game yesterday.
All you gotta do, like, get you some duct tape, tape down them tents. Okay, the work don't you just got to nail down the cabanas.
Well, I mean, do you just reschedule automatically? You just be like, hey, we're gonna do it next month. But I guess it's so much regulations. So to get a street thing going.
I mean, again, that's a whole event. Like, I mean, there was like how many days was it? Or just what?
It was one day.
It was
a million people in one day.
It was two
right.
last year.
So it's like one day, but there's so much that's going on. So to reorganize to push it out to another date. And you have to be able to book all of those artists again.
Because now I'm on
they
tours. Right. So now you got going on tours, all this stuff. So I have to rebook all of those artists, the hotel blocks that we had, all of that stuff. That has to get redone. So there's so much money that was lost with it. So much money was lost. So, but nonetheless, Usher Raymond said the show must go on.
Oh.
So, he seized the moment by hosting a pop-up concert at the Aria's Jewel nightclub in Las Vegas. The event, titled Bad Girl, 20 Years of Confessions, was a celebration of his iconic album. In addition to Usher's pop-up concert, other artists like Snoop Dogg and T-Pain also held impromptu shows at various venues
did I have to pay
across
for
Las
these?
Vegas.
Did I have to pay for these, Stacey?
Show my voucher.
Yeah, do I bring my
cabana voucher?
What's my little lanyard I get? The little lanyard my lovers and friends.
My official answer is.
And what was the little hat they give us or something?
The bucket. The bucket hat.
I got my bucket hat on.
My Miller Lite bucket hat.
You look, I was there.
Which is oddly enough though. So do I get my little souvenirs? So I understand that it's canceled and I can't have my cabana, but I paid for my bucket hat. And,
I want that hat.
And I want my hat.
And a keychain.
So, like, I was supposed to get a keychain and a bucket hat. And I just want to know, when can I expect to see it in the mail? That's my OJ prize. That is my OJ prize, is my bucket hat. So, like, in regards to people have to pay, I don't know. All I know is that they were impromptu pop-up concerts. So my assumption is maybe you were already going somewhere, or I know that there was an after party that was supposed to happen in Vegas at one place, so they may have just taken advantage of that. Like, we're just still going to have the after party, or hey, I'm already in the club, and if you're in the club too, then you're in. So now the price probably went up once they started performing to get into the club.
Oh,
so, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So definitely was
that happened. But something else that was canceled, or somebody, Brian.
Uh-oh.
Fuck them kids, McKnight. We recently reported that he was supposed to have a concert in Detroit. It was going to be the weekend before Father's Day weekend. Amen. And the people of Detroit were not.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Pleased with the idea of Brian McKnight bringing his deadbeat ass there.
That's the city. That's the last city you kind of want to go to if you have like some issues within the black community. Like, that can't be the city. You got to go to
Nashville.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go to Nashville.
Go to Denver.
About Nashville. Listen, I'm just saying, like, this is the quintessential black city.
It is
that everybody moved to.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Detroit. Yeah, like James Brown mentions Detroit and living in America, and that's the end when he's naming those cities. Those are the places that are safe for black people.
Detroit City. Dallas.
Yep, that was it. So
hold on. I never thought.
He named all the black cities.
So, hold on. like the Green Book? Living in America was an undercover Green Book for. Hold on, I gotta Google this.
Okay, wait.
Hold on, this is. I'm sorry, y'all. This was somewhere. Let me.
Memphis.
Before somebody sees this, right? So he's gonna look this up. But let me state this: that train of thought or that idea is not my own. That is a Roy Woods Jr. Roy Woods Jr. Said it. That's his joke. But it lives rent free in my mind, and that's why it came out that quickly.
Here we go.
Right.
Like New Orleans, Detroit City, Dallas, Pittsburgh, PA, New York City, Kansas City, Atlanta, Chicago, and LA.
The places that are safe for black people. Yeah. Okay. That's it. So like I said, if you guys are watching, look up Roy Woods Jr. And you can type in like "living in America" or James Brown "living in America," and you'll joke. The joke is awesome, but
my favorite comedian.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
He has absolutely become one of my favorite comedians. I always liked him. He always made me laugh, but I've just kind of really realized, like, wait, he always makes me laugh. And every comedian doesn't always make me laugh. But Brian McKnight, like I said, the people said, no, absolutely not. Keep your deadbeat ass where you are. And subsequently, the concert was canceled. Grand opening, grand closing. So that concert will not happen in June. However, even though that was canceled, the 90s R&B sensation was named among the headliners booked to entertain attendees at the 2024 Jazz and Rib Fest in Columbus, Ohio during the weekend of July 19th.
What?
The Jazz and Rib Fest. First and foremost, that's just a hell of a combination. Like
jazz and ribs.
I always want some ribs. You
listen to some jazz. Like eat some ribs.
Is Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage? Are they a vendor? Because they should be. I feel like they need to be. So,
oh man, y'all know Anita Baker won 2 different Grammys for the same song in 2 different years. For giving you the best that I got. Because it was too late for one of the awards, but it was in time for one of them. So she won for it in 88 and then won for it again in 89 for another category. She was showing up just getting awards. She was mad with her that last album didn't get as much love. Yeah. But continue. I'm going to do a deep dive or something. She got some real beef going on here that I know about.
So at the Jazz and Rib Fest, other acts for top billing are going to be Music Soul Child and songstress Regina Belle. Now let me tell you something. I have not thought about Regina Belle in a very, very long time since Beauty and the Beast or the song If I Could
is my shit.
It really, oh my god, I had that single, I had that tape single, and I learned it and would sing it all the time. It's just a really good. And look, parents, if you find the song and just play it for your kid or something.
Tell me y'all don't get her and Alita albums mixed up sometimes. They look alike too.
Yeah.
And their voices sound similar too. Yeah. Because I'd be like, man, Alita albums a Regina Belle on that one.
Yeah. I just wait till they start singing the song.
Yeah, you be like, okay, that's Regina Belle.
That's Regina right there.
Okay, yeah. We good.
Yeah,
So is Regina gonna talk to him before like the show? Like go to his dressing room? Is like,
I'm gonna dedicate this song.
No, I'm talking about she gonna go back. I'm thinking she gonna.
Let me talk to you, baby.
Yes, Brian.
You know what?
Because she Christian now too. She her husband's a pastor and everything, so she gonna come in there. I've been praying for you, Brian. I'd like you to go to chapter 5 of Luke.
Well, he has been. Well, that's the thing.
He reads scriptures.
He's been reading. Well, he's been reading
certain scriptures.
He's been reading scriptures that benefit his agenda. And as I continue to say that usually when a parent and a child are into it, it's usually the kid who was angry at their parent. It's never the parent on social media talking horribly about their child. And I think that if it really was only the kid saying everything, people wouldn't be as upset with Brian. Mm-hmm. And that's not to say that we don't believe the kids. I think it's just that's what you're just used to. This is the child, and no matter how old the child is, even if the child is 50 and the parent is 70, right? Like, okay, that's the child, and they're expressing that. But to have a parent talk down to their child, or to call them what evil or
products of sin.
Products of sin, and like product of sin to the woman that you were married to. You were like that. It's insane. And then even now with and then Tyrese was some kind of way decided that he wanted to join in.
Oh man, come on!
But he was getting served.
Y'all see him jump off stage when he got served papers?
He was
getting served papers for being sued. He just jumped off stage
from Brian Barber. Brian Barber used to,
No, in the middle of the show, like he was doing, what song was it? How you gonna act like that? He literally said, "All right, now bless y'all, good night," and then like jumped off the stage.
Like security gave him the heads.
Yeah. I was like,
so hold on. For the 2024 Jazz and Rib Fest, the website is hotribscooljazz.org.
I love that URL for the record.
This is a real website.
Oh my god.
This is real.
Oh shit. hotribscooljazz.org. Fuck me. That's not even .com, .org. Like, how dare you?
I ain't seen that since like 2002.
Like the fact it was .org.
The fact that somebody hit a .com probably already.
Which scares the hell out of me. Because who owns hotribscooljazz.com?
Somebody ain't paid that GoDaddy account.
Hey man, I got locked out. I don't know our password.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I forgot the password.
You know what? They might own both of them. They just had a password for the original one.
Yeah.
Like, man, what's that GoDaddy password? I thought you had it.
Man,
what emails are set up to? Same email with the password for the GoDaddy.
Well, my auntie was gonna make a Facebook page for it.
So okay, well now I'm very confused. So there are 3 days. So it's July 19th, 20th, and the 21st. July 19th, it looks like it is. Oh, okay, no, I got it. I understand. I'm like, what the hell? So is the Brian McKnight 4? Now, who the hell is that? Who the hell is the Brian McKnight 4?
Well, you know he got 4 sons.
Nah. So Brian McKnight 4, and then Nicholas Payton. July 20th is Music Soul Child and Pedrito Martinez Group. And the 21st, on that Sunday, is the Dirty Dozen Brass Band and Regina Bell.
So what city is this in?
This is in Columbus, Ohio. Uh-huh. So essentially, Regina and Brian only have to be there on the same days. He just has to be there Friday. She's got to be there Sunday.
All right, she ain't gonna see him.
So like,
he gonna be gone
early. Yeah. But this is hotribscooljazz.org. You know,
that do sound smooth. Hot ribs, cool jazz.
Right, I'm like, damn.
Come mellow out with some hot ribs and cool jazz.
I want to go.
I want to take my mama, man. I want to take my mama next year.
I'm sitting like, man, I do like hot ribs and cool jazz. I'm mad at this, but I'm not mad at this. Like, I fucking love it. Like, how
many years they've been doing it?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions about this, but it has like past headliners. Oh shit!
Damn, they've been doing this since
2006. Oh, but I can't see who did it 06, but 07 was a whole bunch of people. Like, yeah, Robert Glasper was there in 2007.
So hold on, this has been multiple years?
Yes, since 06.
Oh, no, somebody lost the original GoDaddy then.
Oh, no, wait, no. The Jazz and Rib Fest was presented by the Columbus Chamber of Commerce from 96 to 2005, and information on headliners is unavailable. So I guess it was the Columbus Chamber of Commerce before, and then
the Chamber of Commerce owned that .com.
Yeah, and then and now the City of Columbus Parks and Rec. That's who now owns it.
Or that person that had it got fired, and they don't have a password for that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna keep the password.
Oh yeah, no. Either they got fired or they quit, or either way, they're not turning it up. They stopped answering. They stopped answering their phone because
so they
that
have to,
absolutely.
We just have to get .org then.
They changed the number.
Well, I mean, I'll say this: if the city, because of the. Well, no. If the city is actually putting it on the Parks and Rec, the .org makes sense though. It actually makes sense that it would because it's an organization because it is the city. Now, if it had said .gov, I'd have just thrown my laptop. Like, no, I'm not doing that today. We're not.
It's more official if you put the .gov.
.gov, man.
Somebody's like, we can do .org. Like, I guess, man. That .gov had a
.net.
box in it.
They don't do .net.
So the next one, I want to. That's what you always gotta watch out with the internet. We know this as people. We've been on social media long. So do y'all remember that post in the group that was talking about Jesse Jackson helped get all these shows canceled on Fox? And I was like, that don't make sense. So I googled it. It's totally different.
It's completely different. So when we get our show topics and we figure out what we're going to talk about. So when he mentioned that, I'm like, what? I'm like, that's not what happened at Fox, because I already knew the backstory with Fox. And so when I go to look it up, and literally what you're looking at right now is what I looked up.
But it's in somebody put a post in the group.
Yeah. So that's why you can't get all your information off of me.
Yeah, exactly.
I say that all the time.
I was like, what? I don't remember it happening like that.
So that, which is why when we do these shows, like I said, I always say I have show notes. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I research things before I say them. Just because I'm not about to just throw out some random, like, and if it's something that we know isn't true, we'll be like, okay, now this probably didn't happen, but I think. Then that way you know it's an opinion, but they don't get all of your information off of me.
Yeah, and I have a whole thing I was going to get mad at Jesse Jackson.
And sometimes it should be funny.
And sometimes shit just be funny. Sometimes shit be hella wrong. You know it's wrong.
Yeah,
but
it just be funny.
So and sometimes you just got to do it for the sake of comedy. Shit just be funny.
Are we ready for Diddy Watch?
Diddy Watch. So we can. There's a couple of ways. Okay, we'll start with one. Step one is like I got two things. So, his accused drug mule, he struck a deal in his cocaine case. Oh. So the 25-year-old that was accused of being Diddy's alleged drug mule has struck a deal with Miami prosecutors following his arrest on possession of cocaine charges. Brendan Paul will avoid any jail time as part of the deal. Okay. Instead, he will have to enroll in a drug diversion program. The deal was offered because Paul is considered a first-time offender, and the substance amount allegedly found was not of a trafficking level. Brendan accepted the prosecutor's offer to permit his entry into the diversion program, which, after completion, the case against him will be dismissed in its entirety. Brendan Paul is the color of my palm. I just want to put that out there. Or really the color of me. He might be darker than I am. So, Paul had been at the Miami Opa-locka airport with Diddy, reportedly bound for a tropical vacation. So when, everyone knows that when Diddy's houses were raided, Diddy was literally on the way to the airport or at the airport. So when federal agents arrived on the tarmac to question Combs, only Paul was arrested when police allegedly found cocaine and marijuana candy in his personal travel bags, according to the arrest affidavit. Paul pled not guilty to the charges. So this is important. So his arrest comes weeks after producer Little Rod Jones filed that bombshell lawsuit against Diddy, right? So, but as part of that complaint, he said that Diddy's drug mule allegedly, would acquire, distribute drugs to Combs and all of his people. So he claims that he personally witnessed Paul transport and intend to transport illegal substances in his baggage when traveling between LA, Miami, Virginia, the Caribbean, and London on 3 separate occasions in December 2022, April 2023, and November 2023. So, because of that lawsuit, because that was put into that lawsuit when they did the raid, or like when they went to that tarmac, they would have been looking at Paul anyway. Period. It wasn't just the fact that he was there and they just searched him. Like, no. Like, even though they went to go question Diddy, like, they were going to be looking at Brendan Paul regardless, because he's already been named as the person who was doing the drug muling. And then you search him and you find some cocaine and some gummies. Okay. And it's like, oh, well.
Here, come with us.
Like, come with us.
So he was just holding it for Diddy for these.
Right, because the information that I had was... But to that point, though, like, so... Let's say that he really is not a mule, right? Let's just say he just like a little nose candy and a little gummy.
Like high.
Like I said, the fact that they said that he didn't even have enough to be considered for like trafficking or distribution or whatever. So it sounds like it was his personal stash or somebody's personal stash. But again, it wasn't enough. And again, he's a first-time offender, and he is this color, so he's going to go into a diversion program, and then all the charges will be dismissed. Isn't that amazing?
It's America.
Isn't it amazing? You know, it's just awesome. So that's 1. 2, Diddy posted the other day a cryptic message on Instagram that said "Time tells truth." So that was on Monday, and then he captioned the post.
Is it before the deal was struck with for this young gentleman?
Oh,
that he said that like it was just like, oh yeah, my look.
When he posted it,
yeah, like
well,
my little man's got off.
Well,
but
so
time will tell truth.
Well, there's something else. So that we're getting to. So the with that, so the post says "Time tells truth," and then the caption says "Love" with the black heart and all of that. So underneath his post, Busta Rhymes put like 6 crowns, like for the king, and Lil Scrappy wrote "Live out the lie" underneath the post. This comes days after he filed.
Hold on, what does "live out the lie"? Is that post I'm supposed to live the lie,
it's,
or like keep living and you'll outlive the lie?
I don't know. And which is live out the lie.
Could mean like
it's interesting to me.
Okay, that
it's very interesting to me
because it's like
it's interesting to me because
because I was like,
keep lying. Live out the lie.
I can take it a couple of different ways. So live out the lie is like, so you tell him just to keep lying or just wait for it to settle down or like what are you doing? But that's it. So the post comes days after Diddy filed to dismiss Jane Doe's sexual misconduct lawsuit against him with prejudice, arguing that the statute of limitations had expired. So, who is Jane Doe?
Okay.
In 2020. Oh, what was I gonna say?
I mean, I don't want to. I don't know, but I'm gonna type this in here and send it. Like, let y'all see who I think Jane Doe is. I don't want to. Unless you got somebody's name already.
No, I would. We won't have her name because of her age.
And I don't want to dox nobody that's potentially.
I'm like, because of her age. So. Jane Doe. So when all of the lawsuits were being filed last year, Jane Doe filed a lawsuit and she accused, and this trigger warning here, that she accused Diddy of gang raping and sex trafficking a 17-year-old girl, or basically like the 17-year-old girl is Jane Doe. So he was accused of gang raping and sex trafficking her when she was in the 11th grade. So that was the 4th lawsuit, sexual assault lawsuit that was filed. So again, we don't have her name. I won't dig deep into of what was said about what happened, because it, like, even as I was reading it, I had to kind of stop. I was like, okay, this is too much for me. But per court documents obtained by Page 6 last week, Diddy insisted that.
That's what I think it is from my research.
That's interesting.
It matches up with all those dates and times.
So, when the suit was filed in December 2023,
she has somebody else money.
Yeah, exactly.
He said it did not. They are saying that it did not include important information about Doe's alleged assaults and featured a trigger warning on the filing to focus attention on this salacious and depraved allegation. This stunt is intended to prominently showcase a baseless and time-barred claim, which was designed to cause the Combs defendants unwanted publicity, embarrassment, and financial costs. So the plaintiff would extract an undeserved financial recovery from them. In legalese, she lying and she just wants to get some money. So Diddy and his companies categorically deny the plaintiff decades-old tale against them, which has already caused incalculable damages to the reputations and business standing of the Combs defendants, even before any evidence has been presented. Blah, blah, blah. They are hoping that it gets dismissed with prejudice, and if it's dismissed with prejudice, that means that it can't be filed again. We'll find out if it actually is going to happen. But there are a lot of charges against him, and they are all saying the same thing, which is really interesting. But I don't want to say monkey see, monkey do, because sometimes people will see something and be like, oh, this, or whatever. But then there's also the Me Too part of it, of someone sees that someone has stood up and said this and said, you know what? That happened to me too, and I need to tell my story.
And
like,
the reason I believe that the other girl, well, she's a woman now, but that is because he keeps saying, if you're looking at lawsuit, the reason we want her to not be a Jane Doe is because she's a famous person and she needs to be out there as well. And I wonder if it's wise because that other person was already accusing someone else of doing something, and it didn't it was incorrect. And I think that's why they want to expose who she is.
Oh.
If you
With the
And that's kind of adding up because he's saying that other person laying low. And
right, exactly. Yes, that's you see what I think.
I already know.
It's not even the lawsuit. Like, I'll pull it up and send it to you, but it's the basically the explanation of what she's saying happened. And there's someone else that's like in Diddy's crew that
Harpier.
That picked her up and all this stuff. So, like I said, whoever the young lady is, like I said, there are people that were in Diddy's camp that saw her. Like if whatever happened,
and she's famous
people
now.
saw her.
Yeah, she's famous.
So,
She's famous.
We'll find
That's
out.
why he was saying that you can't be a Jane Doe because you're famous. And I think the reason he wants to expose her is because of the other stuff.
Yeah.
And to doubt a jury or people in general like, oh well.
Yeah. So, but
the last one, the last situation didn't go out right for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the reality is she's a Jane Doe because of the age she would have been at the time of everything that happened.
Soon as she revealed, the first thing I see is that Leonardo DiCaprio man. Like, that's her. Hey, but staying on Diddy Watch, did anybody hear his son's diss record?
And
was it against the 50? Anybody who say no Diddy?
Yeah.
He said he gonna smack him. The whole world finna say
Which kid said that?
The one that looked just like him, King Christian.
No,
yeah.
I'm good. No. I think I may have seen that come across my news feed, and I just decided I didn't want to click it. I didn't care.
Man, just be with your family.
Right.
Thoughts and prayers. Just be with your dad.
Right. Go be like Quincy.
Yeah. Stand by his side.
Quincy at home minding his business, and that's what he came on to tell y'all. I'm minding my business. I'm at my house. All right, then bye. That's it. Hey, you ain't heard from him. Like, do that. Be that. You can stand by your dad, and that's fine. Just be quiet. Like it's
like these kids don't want to chill.
It's too much. It's too much. It's. I'm not going to say that Diddy did everything but it's something he did. Like, I'll say this: if I don't believe anybody, I believe Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and again, it's not to say I don't believe anybody else, but I'm absolutely inclined to believe her.
But the problem with this is that he doesn't have any good credibility across the board. It's like if he was like, if this came out about Babyface, we'd be like, all right, man, we got to think about this, right? Like, you never heard, like, people in general just talk bad about him. I'm not Babyface, I hope, please, Lord, no, please
right,
don't. But I'm just saying, you have a good name and character already.
Which, and to that point, that's what makes it harder when you have that good name and character. Bill Cosby.
His character kind of been going down. It was a perfect time to do the same.
Well, I'll say that. So
he didn't fuck with the hip hop generation.
He did not fuck with the hip hop generation. But so they were upset with him in regards to that. But at the time when the things were going on, understand, women went to the police and they told them, this is what happened to me, and they're like, okay, who did it? Bill Cosby.
Cliff. Nah.
Bill, and like even before then,
they got my spot.
Oh, back from the day. Yeah.
Really? Okay, the one who hangs out with Sidney Poitier. All right, ma'am. Yeah.
The one with the nice wife.
And look, hold on. And Bill Cosby probably done bought them cakes and everything. You know, the dude that you talking about the dude that pull up with the food truck for free for us?
To that point, he probably didn't even he hadn't even done all that. But because you liked him so much, you just ignored the idea. Like, it's okay, ma'am.
America's
all right, yeah, we're writing it down. We'll look into it, and nothing happened.
But everything on Diddy, we can believe.
And then by the time the '80s come in, and now he's on the Cosby Show, he's untouchable.
Oh, yeah, he's America's
point,
dad.
Right? He's America's dad. He's untouchable at that point. Now, years and years later, when all of a sudden, so then eventually, once he started, with his respectability politics shit, and you gotta pull up your pants and all of that, and it's like, and while his points are valid, there's a way to say it, and he came off as just an old curmudgeon trying to tell young folks
get off my lawn,
shit, and he absolutely could have done it way. But either to that point is that when you have that strong character, it makes it more difficult for people to believe that you did something out of character. Same shit, fucking OJ. Like, and even though, so again, the police knew in the background that he had been beating on Nicole. But nothing happened. When he went to, after she died and he was at the police department the first time, they were trying to get his autograph. Because, oh my God, it's the juice in there. Like, they can't even focus on why he's there, because they're trying to get his autograph. Because it's OJ. Oh my God. And so, again, that strong character.
It's crazy. It's like when we was kids, I looked at OJ like how my son looks at Shaq now. Like, he didn't play basketball.
Yeah, like,
you got to show like,
I didn't even think that's his son because we didn't see him play football.
Yeah,
Right,
we just saw him calling the games.
That's it. Like, yeah, I know him from what, the
movie,
the Hertz commercial or the
Naked Gun,
Naked Gun
movies.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, so he wasn't.
But Diddy's the opposite though.
Yeah, so Diddy, so to that, all of that to say, Diddy's the opposite. Diddy doesn't have this strong reputation for being this great person, like whatever, right? So we know that, yeah, he can make a hit album, but we've seen him yell at people, right? We know that he has cussed folks out, and we know that he has a bad attitude and all of this stuff. So the idea that, well, hell, we know Diddy is poison, right? But we thought that on the business end. We didn't know.
He was on the personal side
It was
too.
other shit. We just thought he was an asshole, right? We just thought this dude was just
had some
he's just an asshole, nigga. He's the reason Tupac got shot. Like we knew all of that stuff, right?
He the reason the person got shot in the club.
Right. We didn't know
Biggie.
that he was doing this stuff. But now, but the fact that because of that other image of him, it's not far-fetched, but as we say, I'm telling you, with Cassie, if I don't believe nobody, I believe, because she has
But it would
nothing
make
to
sense
gain.
though, Stacey, if they would embolden somebody. If I can get away with all this other street shit and this business shit, you think I'm not doing some dirty stuff?
Like with
in
Shine
my private
and
life?
the
Yeah,
shooting in the club.
I didn't maybe got out of a situation with Tupac. I got out of this situation with Biggie, even though I don't believe he directly has something to do, but still, like, I'm involved in that. The Shine situation. And you think that these people ain't power? You're like, dude, I can do anything. I'm cussing people on TV, make people go get cheesecakes.
Make them walk to
national
Brooklyn.
TV.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm gonna be able to make a woman do whatever I want to? Word? Okay, watch me.
Yep.
That's why you hang around them young girls.
Right? Hey man, my cousin lives in New Zealand. And he got the podcast late, and it was like at 3 a.m. Our time. All I hear is he just laughing out loud. He was like, "Your boy is 100% right about Diddy not being in the club too
Yeah,
long."
man, go home, man. Go home.
And Nelly going getting out the club.
Man, just go home, man.
Gotta get out of the club.
Because he's there. Like, Diddy's the only one left at the club.
Yeah, Jay-Z ain't there. Ain't nobody there.
Nobody's there.
Nas ain't there.
And Nas single. He was like, "I'm still not going back."
Yeah.
I already know what's up.
He in there with the kids.
At some point, you gotta get out the club. You gotta get out the club. One day, you gotta.
So y'all think this is ever going to be resolved? This Diddy thing? He's done for, right? As a businessman, does he have a redeeming potential? Like how could he be redeemed after this? And if he gets redeemed, it's even worse. Honestly, like some of this got to stick, because if he gets out of this, he is finna be.
He gonna be super annoying.
Oh. Y'all tried to take me out.
It's gonna be 97 on steroids.
That's what I said. That nigga gonna win a Grammy for best rap album.
Like I said, with the lawsuits, he can easily settle with those, right? Like settle it. Again, he's even trying to get this one dismissed. So his legal team is going to continue to fight. He's gonna fucking go broke.
You think so?
Listen, so
Yeah,
it ain't cheap. And so the defense that he needs for this shit, like again, these are federal agents that are looking at him. Okay. The defense team, the work that needs to be done, the hourly rate.
Oh shit, somebody that level, yeah.
The hourly rate, OJ went broke.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still
from his defense team? And OJ, so he had his pension, he had all that.
Diddy has more money than OJ,
right? Diddy has more money than yes, Diddy has more money than OJ. But the point is that defense, like Michael Jackson, legal fees.
They put him, bro. He had to sell part of them catalogs back, didn't he? Because of all that, yeah.
And so
what he finna do with the tour?
I'm like, so like I said, sorry. So if we
let's flip it up.
Let's flip it up. Let's talk about Big Bang take Little Bang. Let's talk real money. Let's talk Michael Jackson money. who had the money to buy the fucking Sony Beatles catalog with the catalog with that shit in there. But those legal fees, the money that you need for this type of defense, but you don't need you do not get your attorney off a commercial.
And
Top dog
Johnny
law.
was really charging it.
Yeah.
After the OJ thing, he went up.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't go to Top Dog
that
Law.
Hourly fee alone,
Top
right?
Dog
The hourly
Law.
fee for that head attorney, and then there's the legal team and the research that has to get done. The paralegals are getting paid. There's interns that are working overnight. There's couriers. There are investigators, private investigators.
And he probably to pay them even more because I have to drop other cases to come do your case if you want me to focus on your case. Or
essentially, like you have you're dealing with an entire law firm, but now half of the law firm is focusing on your shit. So they can't take anything else, and that retainer. So you will go broke. Like that's what does it. People go broke with those legal fees.
Because retainers on a certain amount of hours you get a month, right? Like if you I got Schweitzer and Wilson on retainer, then let's say I give them $200,000 a month retainer to do whatever. That's up to a certain amount of billing hours, right? And after that billing hours, I believe that's when you start getting taxed. But this is these billing hours. I'm assuming is above the $200,000.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, so when so the idea of me saying Diddy will go broke trying to fighting all of this, it's not like, oh, he ain't got no money. No, the defense that he is going to require, if anything, fucking actually, or even now, so whoever is his attorney now and him filing to dismiss the case. I mean, so you got all these cases that were filed in New York. You got the federal agents or now the FBI, whatever, is looking at you. Bruh, again, you can't just get any rinky-dink lawyer. There is a whole team of people. There is a floor in somebody's law firm right now that is dedicated.
They got a war room. There's a war room
there. That's a whole floor.
They got all papers.
Pictures up all over the place.
Right, exactly. It's all these little. It's boards. It's got string and tacks and shit and all of that. And so it's.
So we know he did the one in '99. So let's scatter this out. Let's see the ones he actually did, the ones we don't think he did, and we'll tackle them like that.
Exactly. And then at some point, his publicist or someone is going to tell him to get off the internet.
They should have been did that.
They should have been did that. Somebody need to go in there and change his password.
He needs to get
Take
off.
his phone.
No, I'm talking about this. Give me all your social media. I just want to check on stuff. Change all them passwords.
Get out of your shit.
You can get out of it.
Yeah.
Since we're mentioning West Coast a little bit, Questlove has some thoughts on the Drake beef with Kendrick, and he also says Tupac's "Hit Must" should be disqualified as a rap beef song because it sounds like a jazz song. He said Luther Vandross would sing over that.
Because it's the Dennis Edwards.
Yeah. But now, did you guys watch the clip of him talking about it?
I just read. I didn't see the clip.
It's interesting. I didn't know that they didn't get the rights to Dennis Edwards, so that's actually Death Row's band playing that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Which is actually even more impressive.
That's dope. This sounds just like it.
Yeah. And my whole thing is also, the reason he took that is because it was the Get Money remix to beat too.
Yep.
So
they actually sampled it because they had the voice in there. Yeah.
Questlove, sir. No. So
but it's also to the Drake.
Drake Kendrick.
Yeah. So he said, the quote that I saw, he said, "Nobody won this war. This wasn't about skill. This was a wrestling match level mudslinging and takedown by any means necessary. Women and children and actual facts be damned. Same audience wanting blood will soon put up RIP posts like they weren't a part of the problem. Hip hop is truly dead." I would like to point our viewers to.
I know where you're going.
2001 MTV Unplugged Jay-Z. The house band was The Roots. Questlove was happily drumming away to Take Over, which is a diss track.
We run New York.
Talking about Nas and
his baby mama.
Nas's baby mama. So, when did hip hop die? Did it die in 2001 or is it dead now? Because if your problem is that this rap beef involved children and baby mamas and all of that, I mean, sometimes you evolve, you grow as a person, right? And what you thought back then and how you feel now can be different, right? I don't have the same opinions that I had in 2001, and I hope that some things you stand on, but you grow as a person. Totally get that. But sir, I need you to mention that though. I need you to bring that up. I need you to bring it up. I don't want us to have to remind you of what you did. If you want to say, and even when I did the thing with Takeover, when I look back at that, I think about, well, look, if you want to be retrospective like that, hey, I'm with you. But don't just throw out there, because they did this, now hip hop is dead. Well, you contributed to it. That's all I'm gonna say. You may not have sang the words or whatever, but you was out there, a little drummer boying it up in the back. Right. Mic drop on that, like so rim shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting him just saying that. I mean, he's just the old man thing, but he knows hip hop. I'm not taking any of that. Like, he knows hip hop and music more than probably most people in this world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I just don't. This one is just kind of tone deaf. In this, and the Tupac one, that one was just weird. Like, why do you think sound like a jazz? He made a jazz. Let's say he made a Jasmine song super aggressive and super scary. So that makes it even more impressive to me. He literally said, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." Like that, you are set
and raps and just raps the rest.
And just you are. The table is
literally
set.
You hit play on that song. I ain't got no motherfucking friends. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Wait a minute.
Who are you talking to?
Let me turn this down because my grandma in the other room. Because I didn't know that's what was about to be said.
Did not know. Because it was on the single for How Do You Want It.
Yep.
And people was like, "Do you gotta get this song?" I was like, "All right, I already got the All Eyes on Me. I don't need to get How Do You Want It." It's like, "Oh, you need to get it side 2." And you flipped and you like, "Oh, I was at the St. Louis Center." I said,
Sam Goody.
"Yeah." I was like, hold on.
I'll say this: at that time, Tupac was definitely coming out. That first line of a lot of his songs around that time were those. Wait a minute, what the hell? So I always say this with All Eyes on Me. Like, so he had just come out of jail and
Ambitions of a
right.
Rider.
So last thing that I heard from him was Me Against the World. So I'm still listening to Shed So Many Tears. California Love is the radio single and everything, but then you get the album, you press play. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's the very first thing that I hear from you when I hit play. So then they hear press play again. I ain't got no motherfucking friend. Oh my God. He is angry.
And then the end of a 1:50 monologue.
Oh yeah, just going crazy.
We didn't even know that Prodigy had sickle cell. He just said
sickle cell.
He ain't even name it out. The niggas had to name themselves. Had to be like, "I was like, it ain't me." This nigga got sickle cell or something.
The seizure.
Heart attack, some shit. So anyway, fuck my beat. Fuck Bad Boy. It's a staff record label. It's motherfucking crew.
If you want to be down with Bad Boy, fuck you.
Listen, and to date, it is always fuck whatever as a staff record label and as a fucking crew. Fuck whatever it is, doesn't matter. Fuck Samsung as a staff, a record label, and it's fucking girl. Like, period. Like, that stays in, it lives rent free. It'll always be said. Questlove, I think, is just wrong.
I mean, y'all gotta remember, Questlove and them was dissing Biggie and them on what they do.
Oh yeah, the video.
Yeah, the whole video was them making fun of Biggie and them with the girls laying in the bed, the beat down, the champagne, the sitting in a mansion crib.
They was really making fun of pretty much mainstream rap for real.
But the Biggie one was definitely
the Jiggy era.
Yeah, dude, they literally had on Coogee sweaters with champagne, with
the Versace glasses.
And okay, now it's a funny thing about what they do. He is very revisionist. Remember the original version had the words of what was going on. Mm-hmm. If you find that video now,
it's blurred. Yeah, it's blurred.
No, it's not in there at all. Because I was like, what version am I watching? Because at some point, don't they tell about?
Yeah, it showed a beat down scene.
But they don't not explain it no more. You cannot find that version online. The version with the words at the bottom. At least the ones I can see on YouTube. I was
like a recorded one on YouTube.
Yeah, somebody may have one, but they might even take that down and strike it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, y'all was dissing them heavy.
Yeah.
It was fun. That video was funny because every time they came back, it was like more and more girls in the bed.
Yep. That's That's one of my favorite videos, man.
Yeah, I love the video, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, I guess they was in trouble with Biggie and stuff, and like they had beef with Puff for a minute. And Puff tried to fight them in like the club or something after that. Of course he did. You know, he's a loose cannon.
Puff want to fight everybody.
Yeah, you know. But I don't know. I just maybe it's a little bit old man. Get off my porch a little bit from him.
I think we all get to that point. Like, there definitely sometimes it's like, okay, I'm too old for this situation, and I gotta move forward.
I mean, a lot of old heads have been coming out saying like they were upset about this Kendrick Drake beef. Russell Simmons came out. Right message, wrong person.
Right. That's what, like,
the message was amazing.
I'm like,
right message, wrong person.
Got it.
Ice Cube came out. Big Daddy Kane came out. A couple other people came out. Snoop, I think, came out.
LL said
no,
everything?
LL said he loved that shit.
I love these beats.
Because LL is a look.
KRS.
I think there's
KRS love that shit too. He said he wrote a diss rap for
everybody
rapper.
every year.
When they come
whoever
out,
in the top 10.
If somebody come out, he said I wrote a diss rap.
I think there's a level of loving the culture of battle that we're going to enjoy, right? So LL is going to love it because he loves the idea of the battle, right? And I think overall we like the back and forth of it. And again, in the beginning where we said we okay, well, I'm liking this. We keeping it on wax, and it ain't this and another. And then it became uncomfortable. It became like I think what did I say on Facebook? I said it's like when you're at dinner with a couple and they start arguing and you're just kind of like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do with my hands? What am I supposed to do with my eyes? Because they're saying some things. It's gotten really personal.
Yeah, some stuff I'm not supposed to know.
I really shouldn't even know this. I don't know who to believe at this point because I don't know.
Why the old heads talking about? There was always violence in rap beefs.
Yeah.
Juice Crew was finna fight Boogie Down Productions in the club every other week at the Latin Quarter.
But it's that rule. Like, men can go back and forth, even two women can go back and forth, but but essentially, if two men are battling or fighting or whatever, you left the women and children out of it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's all like, I mean, street rules was, I'm
just going at you.
I'm going at you. It's like you leave the family out of it. So once you start bringing in the families, like that's when.
So Tupac did that first, right?
Right. That's when it kind of changes it, because now it's no longer about me and you. Now you're attacking the people that I love, and you're bringing my wife into this, or my children, my kids, or my mom, or whatever. Like, why? They have nothing to do with this. This is between me and you. And I mean, I fight dirty. I bring up some shit, but that at the same time, like, I don't have a global platform like that. Like, millions of people ain't gonna hear me say some horrible shit about you. But so like I said, to a big extent, the battle of it, just the back and forth, the lyricism, I think we all respected that. But once it got too personal,
messy,
it got really messy. And like I said, you're at that dinner table and you're like, okay, I don't know who to believe. This has gotten really uncomfortable. I don't even know where to put my eyes. I'm trying to look on my phone and I can't leave because I actually my car is at y'all house.
My phone done died.
My phone done died. My car is actually at y'all house because I drove to y'all house and I rode with y'all. So like, you just sitting there uncomfortable as fuck. Like, what the hell?
Can you give me an Uber?
Right. That's it.
Pretty much like. They upshot. They surging right now.
Right, damn, I think I left my keys
I'm
in the house.
about to walk 3 blocks and get out the surge zone.
Right, like you're just, and that's where it kind of got, like, towards the end, it got like really uncomfortable. It's like, oh my God, I don't, like, dear Adonis, my God.
I thought that was amazing.
I mean, no, it's not saying that it's not amazing, but the fact that I'm writing a letter, I'm addressing your son.
Yeah, I'm
just but he didn't diss his son. He was saying
but I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your son. Right. But like, you have taken, like, you stopped talking to this grown man, and now you are addressing a child. So like, that's again, it's just bringing in extra people that weren't in this, and not adults.
Pusha T is bad.
Well, he the one that we wouldn't know about his son. Yeah.
I've always questioned, will we have ever really known about Drake's son?
Yo, we wouldn't have known about him if Pusha hadn't made that record.
We'd have never known. I don't think we'd ever.
And the idea, it is.
I'm saying, what diss records brought out some revealing truths?
Yeah, but that was some sucker shit. If Drake was finna reveal his son for a Nike ad, that's kind of some sucker shit to do. Like you using the birth of your son for a deal?
Was it Adidas?
Yeah,
Nike?
It was a Nike. It was a
Nike
Nike deal. It was gonna be like a $2 million Nike deal to reveal his son through the Nike deal.
I'd have done it.
To reveal your kid, that's the way you reveal your kid to the world.
Yeah. $2 million? That's fine. I'll do that. $2 million.
He already a millionaire.
Then
This ain't for you, Stacey, right now.
I'm like,
no, I would do that right now, my damn self. I'd go take anybody's kid and just do that. Like, hey man, I do your kid.
The Lion King.
Yeah, exactly. We talking about you already a millionaire though. Why would you
hold him up to the light?
I mean, ask
but that's
ask Kim. Not Kim. What's Kim Kardashian mama name?
Kris Jenner.
Yeah, Kris Jenner. They would have done it.
Oh man, they've done way worse.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't anything for a check.
Shout out to my daughter who's now in this whole mode on YouTube of watching these couple of YouTubers that hate Kim Kardashian. It's this whole series. She's like, Daddy, you gotta sit and watch it with me. And it's this girl from Australia, like, the Kardashians are done for, and this is why. And my daughter's sitting up there like, told you. And like, it's this girl in her room, and like she like, look at all the stuff they doing wrong, Daddy. And I'm like, it's kind of cool because she like on this path.
Yeah, she already on it.
Right, but then I'm like, man, I just want you to kind of not be listening to somebody sitting in their room doing a video about the girl. I just need a little bit more hard-hitting journalism for this. But she's only 10, so I got to kind of let it, she'll get there. We just happy that you at least like.
Yeah, you into it.
Yeah, you into it. You trying to find the truth.
Yeah, hey, shoot, just listen to Northwest is possibly one of my favorite kids ever, because of her
genuineness,
just her genuine disdain for Kim.
Yeah.
Like, she don't give a damn about what Kim got going on.
Don't care how rich she is.
She don't care how rich she is. You finna get this work. I'm gonna talk shit about you. I don't care.
She told her she would live in an apartment.
And I want to go to my daddy's house.
Like, she is.
What do y'all think it is about Kim that probably Northwest her out though? Like, to be that young, she's 10 years old and already 10, 11 years old and disliking her. That's a. I mean,
so very simply,
you still have a connection to your mother at that age.
There's a connection that you have, but at the same time, you know what makes sense to you, or what you know what you feel comfortable with, or what you like, what you don't like, and it's just, I feel like.
Then the divorce. You know, because she was like maybe 5 or 6, maybe just a few years ago.
Yeah,
so she saw him divorced.
But it's kind of like, even before that, like, it'd be like little stuff. Like, Kim would be doing something, and you heard North in the background joning on her ass. So like,
oh really?
Like, it's North.
Like, why you wearing that?
Right, why you got that on? Like, North from day one, North has not been here for Kim and her shit, and it has nothing at all to do with the divorce. Like, I absolutely love it. It's just the fact that North has her own mind. And her father is Kanye, and there's a level of the way that she's able to express herself, as well as she reminds me of Kanye, early Kanye, like before we knew that he had lost his damn mind. But that's his, like, people like, oh, that's his daughter. Like, that's his daughter. Like, the Northwest, I adore her, because I like anybody who just is like, I don't like that shit. I love it.
I wonder at that age of 10 or 11, like my daughter knows that Kim Kardashian has a sex tape. Like, she ain't seen it, but there's these little exposing the Kardashian clan that she be going down the wormhole. It's no way that Northwest don't know, like, your mama did a flick.
Oh, they know. So
to get a check.
They know. North.
She know.
North knows. There was an episode, and I haven't seen the episode of the Kardashian show, but it was a clip. Like, the clip, the issue was that North, I think it was North. North was watching something on TV or on whatever, and whatever. Let's say she was on YouTube or something. And
what's up, y'all? This is RVS.
This is ROD, aka Rated R.
And we are the We Coming For You cast. And we talk about pro wrestling from a black dude's perspective. Tell them what they can expect on this here podcast.
Oh, we gonna give you all the raw and dirty and everything black from AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, and any other wrestling in between. If you want your wrestling unfiltered, uncensored, and you want it raw, you need to subscribe to the We Come For You cast.
Right here on SOLC Network.
The pins, the thumbnails on the side was about
Ray J.
About the sex tape.
So she knows.
So it's she didn't click. So she didn't click, but it's like.
But she's aware of.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially and Kim was so angry. And but to be fair, like, yeah, if she's, North is watching a kid's whatever the hell she's watching, right? Mm-hmm. But that thumbnail on the side, which is one of the issues that a lot of parents have with YouTube, which is why they have YouTube Kids, blah, 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 all those settings. But, yeah, like, my kid wasn't watching anything that would lead them to that,
flick.
to get there, right? So how does that happen? So for Kim, it wasn't even a matter of, yes, I did this, you know, like there's only so much, I mean, she's over the embarrassment of it, but it's more or less, I didn't want my kid to see this that way, right? Or why is this even available for kids to see? If I want to tell my daughter about this, I want to have that conversation with her.
With Ray J, mama? You think, I mean, like, she probably look at it like, you got with my daddy after Ray J?
If Northwest,
Brandy's brother?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, on me. If Northwest would have been like, Brandy's brother? Bro.
So the girl on Moesha, her brother, because you know, my brother watching all these shows on Netflix. Dorian? The dude on the Sinbad show?
I was like, what was his name?
Oh, no, he was in the Sinbad show.
Somebody posted that the other day, and like it was the episode where he was singing, and I said,
he was singing.
The Sinbad show, that is actually, like, I remember the show, but I specifically remember that episode. I remember that scene of like him coming in singing, and then because the grandma was Nancy Wilson, and her trying to get him to sing like with the choir. But like I remember seeing, I'm like, wait, that's Brandy's little brother can sing? Oh man, I don't know. But that was very early Ray J.
Early, 93, 94.
All right, we're going to start a new segment where we're going to re-review, and go back to check out albums from the 90s. This week, we're going to be checking out Above the Rim soundtrack.
Best
Classic.
soundtrack ever.
Is it though?
It's one of them.
It's one of them. I will say it's one of them. I will say one.
Let's divide it up.
Top two.
Let's divide it up. Because you have hip hop soundtracks, you have R&B soundtracks.
Okay.
All right.
So let's divide it up.
All right.
Because
all right, definitely hip hop is number one.
Because I think Boomerang's the best.
Right. So I knew you were going to say that. So that's why I said we got to divide it up. Because otherwise it gets a little ugly. But I had the CD. I got the CD because I just gotten my first boombox that had a CD player at the top.
1994, y'all. Just take yourself back.
So I just got in my boombox that had the CD player at the top.
30
did
years.
not own a CD. My friend Kim had the Above the Rim soundtrack. I traded my Michelle tape for the Above the Rim soundtrack. I do not.
Good trade.
Do not regret.
Hold on. You traded Michelle for Above the Rim?
A tape.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so was this the first Michelle album, or was it something like the one of
the one that the
one
first
with Something in My Heart?
Something in My Heart,
Nice
Nice No More Lies.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a good trade, actually.
Yep. So I mean, but I'd had that one since what, 88? So
That's what I'm saying.
Nice out. Yeah, so I got that.
And this is when it came out? I mean, so you got it when it came out?
I
mean, like in that
I probably got it like 95.
Oh,
I probably got it about like
still,
95.
it's way more updated than
Probably got it about like
Something
95.
in My Heart can only go so long.
Yeah, so because when Kim loved to sing, so her having that, now she gets to sing along to these songs. I needed the Above the Rim soundtrack. Everybody wanted.
I wanted my regulators.
Right. So, fun fact that this sold 2 million copies. And it won Soundtrack of the Year at the 95 Source Awards.
Also, different.
Everything leads back to the 95 Source Awards.
Yeah, they need
remember that.
Yeah, we need a doc on that.
That's the documentary that needs to
we need
happen.
a doc on that one night.
Multiple ones, because 94, you have to cover 94 as well, because 94 influences 95.
Was that the first? Was 94 the first?
93 is the first one. 94 is the second one. 94 is Tupac's last one before that. But also, he bum rushes Tribe Called Quest on stage doing Out on Bill, but he did it on accident. Some stagehand told him, go on out and start your song, and Tribe was in the middle of performing.
Damn.
So now East Coast people are thinking, oh, you went out there and jumped out there while they're doing their song. So it starts the
early East Coast, West Coast beat.
Yeah, right. So let me say why it's very important that I mentioned that I had the CD. Okay, because it's a very important distinction here. Because I had the CD. So the CD had 18 songs on the just on the CD, right? 18 on the CD. So I had listened to it backwards and forward, knew everything. Years and years later, I would somewhere and we're talking about the CD or talking about the soundtrack, and someone says, "Yeah, man, my favorite song on there is Pain by Tupac." I said, there's no song by Tupac called Pain on the Butter Rim soundtrack. Yes, it is. No, the fuck it's not. Yes, and like, so, I mean, ready to throw blows with this guy about this. And would find out many, many years after that later that because of time constraints on the CD, they were not able to add 3 songs. One of those songs was Pain by Tupac.
So when did you hear Pain the first time then?
I think I was.
So it was in the movie. So you just thought because it's in the movie. They played it.
I didn't, but I
throughout
think,
the movie, at the end of the movie too.
I think I just didn't pay attention to it. Like, and like,
or you just like, oh, this is a Pac song.
Like, I just didn't pay attention to it.
Like, he in the
that
movie.
way. So and then I think just watching Above the Rim, I don't think I paid attention to the music being played, like the score of the movie. Mm-hmm. I just paid more attention to the movie, right? So like, just didn't pay attention to it, but sometimes shit'll be on the score, but it's never anywhere else. Yeah, so that's true. You're just on trip. So, but like I said, find out that the cassette tape had those 3 songs that never made it to the CD. Now, if you go on Spotify or probably Apple Music, but now if you look up Above the Rim soundtrack, you can see the deluxe edition, and now that has Pain and the other 2 songs.
But they also did some revisionist history on that. They put the remix on this album now, not the original anything for SWV.
So
the one with Method Man and ODB,
and I hate that version.
The other version is not on the original version is not on the album. The album anymore.
Well, so what I just listened to on Spotify, the extended version is wait a minute. No, yeah, no, I did. No, I did. No, I listened. I take that back. I listened to the whole thing because Sweet Sable came on right after that. So yeah, and then it did not. It was not the ODB mix. I hate the Wu-Tang version.
Really?
I hate the Wu-Tang version. If I'm in the car and it comes on and I heard that, I'm like, nope, I'm trying, damn near break my fingernail trying to turn it off.
The reason, if you take the rap out of that, I think Coco's vocals are better on that song than the original. If you take out the rap. I'm just saying, just take out the rap part and just listen to her vocals.
So then, all right, you have anything that's on their first album. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything that was on the Above the Rim soundtrack that has the video for it?
Yep, where they're skating over.
Right. So that, and then they're in the locker room, and you gotta. As always, remember to do you gotta do your nails like that.
That was when Lily was changing up her hair.
Right. So Lily had Lily had the asymmetrical bob that was down like that, and I ended up getting that in 8th grade because Lily had it. But anywho,
hey man, was everybody in the hood? Everybody like Lily more? I always was a Lily guy.
I love Lily.
I like Lily.
I love Lily. I absolutely love Lily. I wanted to be her. Like so, but anywho,
she's
but
the
now,
Ronnie DeVoe of their group.
Yeah, she's the cool one.
Right. But Lily can sing though.
No, but I'm just saying.
She is the coach. That's it. But either way, if you go on Spotify right now, you can see all of the songs on there, and the version of anything on there is the one without Wu and the Tang on there.
So the slower version is on their album.
Yeah, it's on their first album. Okay. Yeah. So the one that I love is
the up to with the beat.
But as I was looking through just even all the tracks, and so I put on her, like I said, fave songs. So I put like my first 3, and then as I kept going, I'm like, wait a minute, it's damn near the whole album. Mm-hmm. Like of all the songs that I love on it. So it was Death Row. This is back when a record label would essentially do the entire soundtrack. Period. So for Death Row, they had Above the Rim. Murder Was the Case. Who did the Friday soundtrack?
Death Row.
Death Row.
Yeah. So that.
Oh no, that might be Priority.
Yeah, it was Priority.
It's Priority.
It just had one Dre song.
Yeah, it just had Keep Your Heads.
It's
Priority. They did the rest.
So so Under Death Row, Above the Rim soundtrack was the 3rd album under the label to reach #1 on the R&B albums chart. Now I don't know what the other 2 would have been.
What?
Like now that I just said that it was Under Death Row. It was the 3rd album under that label to reach #1 on the R&B album chart.
Oh, I probably one of them. The Ain't Nothing But a G Thing probably went on the R&B charts for some reason.
With the sample for the sample.
No, I could see that somebody put that, because you remember black charts then was weird, man. They was putting rap songs on R&B charts back then.
When Bone came
like,
out.
this in general, because it was like we ain't got no.
They
They didn't have no rap
charts.
They didn't have no big rap charts thing. They would put rap songs up against R&B songs.
Right, but like
remember how they used to do on the jet in the back?
Jet, the top 20 singles.
What is Luther Vandross doing on there with Bone? Like they are not in the same.
Like,
thing.
these are just 20 black songs.
Yeah, exactly. 20 black songs.
These are 20 songs niggas like.
Right. Exactly. So just go through the list of songs.
Yeah, so anything first off the bat.
Love it.
Old Time's Sake, Sweet Sable.
R.I.P.
My favorite H-Town song, Part Time Lover.
Man.
It's the best H-Town song.
And in the video, ladies, they pulled down their pants and had their boxers on, and it was a whole thing. Just understand.
The ad-libs on there, especially towards the end, that bridge, the edge, that bridge at the end. I just want to be your part-time. Man, come on, man. Look, H-Town, man, I need y'all to give it up. That the man that...
Well, Dino, the lead singer died, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They still out here trying to... They out here...
Yeah.
This is like the Weekend at Bernie's, I feel like, without a real body.
Yeah, they need to let it go. Yeah.
That's what it feel like. Doesn't it feel like Weekend at Bernie's?
They really got to let it go.
Like, y'all don't have the main lead singer. What are we doing?
Shabazz and Dino.
Same thing with High Five to Me Too.
High Five
is the same way to Me Too. Y'all main singer is gone. I know y'all get your money and get your shows up. I just don't feel right going to a H-Town show, High Five show, and those brothers.
You don't see Tony, you don't see Dino.
No.
Yeah, that's neither. Then next up was Big Pimpin'.
Listen. Classic.
I was at the
That's it. Now, do I love them hoes? Hell no.
What the dude say? I write with my pen. It's cold on Michigan. It's cold on the Michigan.
my pen
on cold
and
Michigan
she is
night.
number one in my stable.
What did he say? On cold Michigan night.
He was also
on the Dog Pound.
Yeah, no, he was on the Dog Pound album, and then he was on the Pac song. Who do you believe in? He's the one talking at the end.
He was like they version of the dude from Organized North Big Rube.
Yeah, Big Rube. He did Big Rube. So, it's like, I pimping on my flow. Daz did that as well. Devontae did the beat before that for Part-Time Lover, which they should have kept.
That was Devontae?
Devontae did Part-Time
Devontae did a lot on this album.
Yeah.
Like we'll get to this another song we're gonna get to, and Devontae was on it. So.
Didn't Mean to Turn You On, Second to None, which is
okay, listen to me. Write this down. First off, that is my shit. That is my song. It is classic. And I have it here in bold letters. And I don't care what anybody says. It is the same beat to Strap on the Side by Spice One. It's two different producers.
Yeah, it do sound the same. Like MC Hammer and BMF.
Baby, I really didn't mean to turn you on. I didn't mean to turn you on. Rolling my motherfucking strap on the side of me. Like, so there's no sample, but it's two different. There's two different producers.
So you looked up the
I did. I looked up the producers on both of them. DJ Quick did Second to None.
Those is boys. Yeah.
So and then, but like it's not exact. But I don't give a damn. What anybody says, I don't care what proof you can provide me. It's the same damn song. If you ask me, that's all I know.
Just like BMF and MC Hammer.
Sure is. I thought it was all one song. Listening to Teflon Dawn and MC Hammer is on, and then BMF comes on. So I'm like, damn, this song's still on.
It's the same
song. It's the same ass song. BMF and MC Hammer, same song. Didn't Mean to Turn You On and Strap on the Side, same fucking song. I don't care.
Doggy Style.
You know the way that I like it, doggy style. I told you before that I like it. Death Row, or like just at that time, there were so many R&B nasty songs that weren't like just overtly nasty, but the fact that you were singing, you know the way that I like it, doggy style. I told you before that I like it. Doggy style. Like,
that's clean nowadays. Nowadays, that's gospel version. That's the gospel version.
That's the gospel version of it.
So and again, when it comes to when we talk about like, oh well, it's the same songs. It's again access. You had to purchase that album to hear that. It did not play on the radio.
No,
they did not play Doggy Style on the radio.
I mean, Part-Time Lover was even.
Part-Time
Lover was still.
You might have heard that on the Quiet Storm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like right, I saw the video on Midnight Love. Like again, it was access. The things that weren't PG, you just didn't have immediate act. It just was not always accessible.
I mean, then we go through like a hell of a run. Next up, Regulators, which is the best storytelling song, a hip hop song of all time, behind Christmas Children's Story from Slick Rick to me.
Yeah.
The audaciously stuff that is happening in this thing. That your boy happens to be at the white. Your dumbass is playing dice with people you don't know.
I'm 21 and Lewis.
Look,
let's do this.
Look, and then gonna get you some hoes afterwards. After you almost
the
got
best
jacked.
part of
and they car broke
Regulators.
down.
Yeah.
The best part is when they done took so much, Warren G. He's like, they took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother and said, damn, what's next? like
you got everything.
What else do you want from it? What do you want from me?
Like what? They
took
everything.
They took everything.
And did he get his stuff back when
Nate came through?
I always wondered that. Is that part of like?
He had to because they went to get the freaks.
Yeah, and you can't get the freaks without no shine.
You can't get the freaks without
no shine.
Yeah.
Unless he was bumming off Nate this whole time. Because they took everything else. They took his Rolex. They took his money.
Nate came through and pumped him for get my homie chain back.
And give me your shit too. Then they probably actually ended up coming up. They probably robbed them. Like that's how they was able to get the women and go to the hotel. They didn't say a motel. Did they say the motel?
East Side Hotel.
East Side
Hotel.
I don't know. Was this like a holiday?
I got a car full of girls and it's going real swell.
It was.
Yo,
it wasn't like a red roof.
No shout out to my Cali people, man. Y'all speak so proper, great English. Even on y'all music, it's like imperfect. I was when somebody can really finna kill you like, yo, you a straight Buster player. We finna fucking blow your shit back. I'm like, you be like,
where did your grandmother stay?
I'm like, y'all education system is amazing in California. I don't care. Look.
Like, I was like looking for the accent, trying to find it. Like, okay, like you gonna use pronounce every syllable,
every R,
everything.
Like, dang,
and it's going real swell.
The next stop is
Tupac will pour out a little liquor with Thug Life. Mm-hmm. This song was always weird to me because it's really just a Tupac song, but then he threw Thug Life in the background in the music video. And
because it's on. And
but it's his song.
It went on Thug Life album.
It's on Thug Life album too.
Yeah. I like that album. I actually do love that.
That's the one with Cradle to the Grave,
and the song with what's the girl group? YNV.
YNV.
Yeah. And I guess it's just
Shit Don't Stop is the name of the song. Yep.
Shit Don't Stop.
The Cradle to the Grave is off dope on there too. Like I said. But Pour Out a Liquor, which is really a Tupac song. I mean, it's not even
Tupac with the homies.
Johnny J produced a lot of shit back then too, man. He actually died in prison a few years ago. Going to Give It To You, Jewel, featuring Aaron Hall. Rest in peace, Jewel too. She just passed a year or two ago as well.
That's who passed away, not Sable. Okay. Sorry, I said R.I.P. to Sable. No, Jewel is who passed away. My bad. Yeah. I wanted to be Jewel.
Didn't she remake Woman to Woman?
Yep, she did. That's on the Murder Was the Case soundtrack.
It is. That is
it.
Then next up, where we all got introduced to Rage, Afro Puffs.
Yes.
Which is bangs to this day still.
And shout out to Rage. I heard she's supposed to be playing Miss Cleo in the movie
did you say
in the biopic.
I thought you said it was somebody else.
I read it maybe Rage.
But when we talked about the Cleo, I thought you said who it was. Was it Lady Rage?
I don't remember.
That was like a year ago.
But we talked about it on the show because we did a whole segment on it.
I don't remember.
But I think I read. I don't know how true it is, but I read she's supposed to play.
We talked about
Lady
the documentary.
Yeah, we talked about her documentary.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the movie. But that's interesting if she's playing her though. She's a good actor.
Yeah.
She was a good actor.
Steve.
Yeah.
No, they won't. Sanaa Lathan is talking about. They talking about the
Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah. Sanaa Lathan playing her.
Got it.
That's
got
playing her.
Got it.
Let me go back over to my other All right, next up we got just so you know, Sibo the Boss Hog. No, CPO the Boss Hog. Now this is one I had to go back and revisit and look at. CPO means Capital Punishment Organization. I don't even know why somebody interviewed him in 2016. I didn't even think he could be interviewed here. But he stated that George Clinton, Prince, Barry White, Michael Jackson, and the Jackson 5 were his musical influences. This is actually great PR because somebody just created him a whole Wikipedia off of one song.
Yeah.
Because that's the only song I've ever heard him on is that song.
Let's see what's the dude just going to another soundtrack of Players Club, Pressure, Splacker Valley.
Yeah. Hey, somebody needs to do a deep dive on where Pressure is.
SPLA.
Oh, he's dead too, though, man. Rest in peace to CPO. He just died in 2022.
Damn.
Congestive heart failure. So that must be his daughter that did that because they said his daughter's 21.
Okay.
All right, next up. Hoochies need love too.
So you tripping because I'm a little rougher than you used to. Like, listen,
Hoochies
need love too. Like you think,
come in harmonizing.
Hoochies need love too. Wait a minute, what? What? I love that song. It's just the audacity of it. Hoochies need love
Hoochie
too.
mamas.
Like Okay. Well,
These are all.
I'm not gonna argue with you, man. Who she's named love?
But this is all in the vein of this is like that Smooth, the rapper Smooth. We talked about her before, cause this is all that kind of vein style, not in vain,
hard sexual.
Yeah, but like the voice complexions, that there's like that same style. It was like all of them sounded the same. It was like a real kind of rigid time in like the '94.
Like
Smooth, Sweet Sable. Like all of them had that same cadence kind of style. I'm Still in Love with You, I'll Be Sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You redid that.
He did a great remake of that.
I mean, I'll Be Sure is on Crack 'em. OFTB. There's another DJ Quick beat again. Operation from the Bottom. That's the name of the crew. I think were they DJ Quick's crew? No, they were just on death row for a while.
Everybody was on death row. I was on death row for a minute.
Back to some beef things. You think Suge called LB? It was like, man, you know Puff got your girl. Come on and do this song with me.
100%.
Wasn't he his bodyguard back in the day with him and Bobby Brown? Didn't he used to?
He was Bobby Brown's bodyguard. Suge was,
but not Albie Suge. Okay,
he was Suge was Bobby Brown's bodyguard. That's how he got into the game. And then DLC was his first artist.
Yeah.
And then DLC got in his accident, and then he was like, "Well, I could get Drake."
The biggest what ifs.
Well, no, I think DLC was like, "Dude, I'm making more money with a fucked up voice than I was over at with Easy and them."
The doctor.
Next up, you bring the dog out. Rhythm and
You bring it literally starts off with the dog barking. Like I'm not.
They don't have anything for me to click on. People ever get any background.
You bring the dog out. It's nothing to say.
Blow it away. Be Rizal.
Listen. Okay, that's the Devontae. That's the other Devontae song. Load away, chilling like a motherfucker on this hot ass day.
This is when Jodeci and them was fucking with that.
So I just, as I glide down the wicked ass south side. So as I begin to flow, my neighbor is that row, caddy to the flow. Like it's the rap on the song is like nothing, but it's a slow song. It's a little nicer R&B beat that goes to it. I love it. Great song.
Then we got It's Not Too Deep. It's Not Deep Enough. Jewel, actually produced by Mr. Dalvin.
Okay. That's right.
Jewel was back
Jodeci. Jodeci was
Dog Pound for Life.
That's classic.
I mean, that was. What song was the one where they dissed BG Knockout and everybody on it?
Fuck BG Knockout and every nigga down with it.
I thought that was on.
That's because I'm a natural born killer. So that's on. What would you do?
Is that? That's on Murder Was the Case.
Murder Was the Case.
That's on Murder Was the Case. I'm tripping. That's on Murder Was the Case.
Get caught with your pants down.
And at some point we need to do
the
top 5 non talked about hook sinkers.
Because they start tripping at It was
that wasn't Joel. That was no, that is Joel because Let's Play House is Michelle.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's Michelle.
And Joel.
That was Joel on there too.
Both of them singing on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, but with they start tripping. BG Knockout and them start tripping at Montel Jordan.
Dude, have you heard about this, Stacey?
You see Nate Dogg swinging golf gloves and shit.
They got the video.
It's on one of them old beef videos.
Yeah, so originally Montel, there's the reason we saw Some for the Honeys is not the original video. The original video that Def Jam paid a whole bunch of money for, Redman, Method Man out there, all the West Coast cats. He said he had like 30, 40 different artists there. BG Knockout and them get into it with the Dog Pound. And one of them hit like Nate Dogg in the back of the head with like a golf club, and then Nate Dogg went crazy. And started
he just
beating up
swinging.
people.
They had to regulate.
He had to regulate. So that's why they said the version you see now is just women in it because all the rappers weren't in the version because
Niggas fuck it up for everybody. Niggas fuck it up for
He said
everybody.
they had a whole bunch of guest appearances, cameos and all that.
I can see that.
Bring back calling women honeys, honey dips.
Bring it back.
Portrait, honey dip. Then, as you said before, on the cassette, Pain, Tupac and Stretch, who is for the group Live Squad and was Tupac's best friend and allegedly is the one that Tupac was mad about because he thinks that he got him set up for the shooting at the Quads Records studios. That's why him and Stretch start falling out and he was like talking bad about him after that. Then Me Mona Right. I don't remember this song, man. Lord G, you remember this one? Nope.
Nah, it's ones you skip.
Loyal to the Game. I think these have been at Loyal to the Game, Tupac, Tretch, and the Riddler. I don't remember. I know that version that's on the Tupac Loyal to the Game album, but I don't remember this one. So some of our listeners that had that tape, I just remember we used to play Pain and then stop playing.
Yeah, just go
That's what I'm
on.
saying. Like, so the fact that there were 2 extra songs that I learned about today, I didn't know that they existed.
Yeah, Pain.
Because like I said, I ended up hearing Pain, but I think by the time I heard Pain, it was during the LimeWire era. Like,
oh, wow.
it was.
Oh, damn.
Let me say this. So the conversation happened. Basically, when I found out that the song really did exist.
So you had the original argument, and then it was just you never found out.
So I never found out because again they were like it was there, and I'm like but basically no one said on tape versus CD at that time, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just me saying no.
Nobody would probably put it together,
right? And then but I think around the line, honestly, when I think if memory serves correct, it's a guy at SEMO, and I think it was Brandon Mitchell. If it wasn't Brandon, like fine, but he won't care that this if I do say it was him. Like I said, like it's not a bad thing. But essentially, if let's say it was Brandon Mitchell and I were the ones that were having the conversation again about the song, and then he says, "Well, on the tape." And it's like, well, wait, I didn't have a tape. I had the CD. And now it's like, okay, but again, but that wasn't an argument. It was like, well, see, somebody said it to me before. Like, he's like, no, like, yeah, but on the tape. So you go to LimeWire, Napster, whatever.
So did you hear that? Did you hear the real before Ja Rule remade it?
Yeah, so I would have heard it. So this would have been 2000, 2001.
Okay, yeah.
Somewhere in there. Like there at that time.
Came out like the next year.
Yeah, so like then. So yeah, I was able to download the original or whatever. And then, and like I said, then I honestly hadn't thought about the song again. And then today listened to it when I was, before this.
Yeah, Death Row was coming out with some major stuff.
They did. They're like, Death Row absolutely put a lot of stuff out. Put a lot of good things out, but nothing lasts forever. And essentially, like really once Tupac passed away.
Tupac and Dre left.
Yeah, like once Tupac passed away
96.
and then once Dre was gone, that was it. So that run that they had, it ended. But it was able... It basically kind of took the hold off of the West Coast. Like, the West Coast was running stuff. So that's
when it went to the South.
Like, essentially.
It went to the South.
That's... Yeah, literally what the fuck happened. So Tupac died 96. So we had the 95 Source Wars right before that. The South we knew had something to say, but that opened up that door for the South. So not necessarily Atlanta, but that gave us the No Limit era, which brought in the Cash Money era, and then when did New York get it back, or did they?
No, they ain't got it back.
Yeah, they did.
Well, late 90s, 98?
I say mid 90s. Wu-Tang, Nas, Biggie was like they was coming back hard.
What we talking about? Like after when Pac died, like from '96.
Oh, they had it from like 97,
what, the DMX Jay-Z era,
97, 99. I could
98.
give them 2 years. Then after that, the South had it since 2000 at least. I say 2000. It's a debate up to 2001, up to Blueprint, Jay-Z Blueprint, because they had everybody. Jay-Z and Nas had everybody stuck with that beef for a minute with that Ether versus Takeover. That's 01, 02.
Yeah, then.
But then the South.
Yeah, the crunk era came out.
When it was over, I know officially, at least in my eyes, was to the window, to the wall. That was the exact song. I was like, oh, these niggas is trying to take over. When I was went to New York and they was
we saw them big loud colored jerseys.
Yeah, the South. Like I say, the South was coming. So like I said, the end of the '90s, New York was doing it, but the South was creeping slowly but surely.
I knew things was changing when I saw the LL 54321 remix and Master P was on there.
Yep,
I was like, oh, shit's changed.
And then Jay-Z was on the Juvenile remix for Ham.
Worst verse ever. His worst verse.
No one asked for it. Nobody wanted it. We tried to return the.
That is your worst verse.
Foxy Brown got on Party Ain't a Party. On Mia X, Party Ain't a Party.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Party Ain't a Party is Queen Pen. Party don't stop.
Party don't stop. Yeah, the party don't stop.
Don't fake billions on the page.
Yeah, Party Don't Stop was dating. It's like, I remember when I got the Mia X, I was like, Foxy Brown.
Yeah. With SP.
Was that the first single?
That was the first single.
Okay, that was a good single to come out with too.
Yeah, that summer of '97 was hot.
Alright, our last thing, Stacey, what we can't get off our mind.
What can't you get off of your mind? And that has happened over the last week or since the last show, right? It is living rent-free in your mind. It can deal with music. It can deal with politics. It can be something that happened in your house. Whatever it is. What is it?
Man, I ain't gonna front. This Brian McKnight thing.
Okay.
It's just to see it just keep devolving. I would say not even evolving, devolving into more madness.
Like every couple weeks is something new.
I'm like, okay, everything to calm down. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Tyrese hopped in.
That's what I'm saying. And then
it was like.
Then Tyrese was fighting Ricky Smiley this week, or last week, because Ricky Smiley was like, man, that's not cool what you doing. And then Tyrese was like, you don't know what's going on inside his home to speak out about him being a father. And Ricky Smiley was like, you need to find your kids. Like, you fighting for your kids right now. All my kids live with me.
Right. And Ricky Smiley told his kid, Brian McKnight's kids, like, if you need a father, I can be a father to you. So, yeah.
Tyrese is just devolved too, man. I'm sorry, man. I really like your music. Mostly. I say mostly.
I mean, there are some songs that
he's got some. That last song's
absolutely...
depressing as hell. The one that's got Lenny Kravitz on there playing.
I thought, wasn't that the one about his ex-wife?
Yeah, that's depressing. It's too goddamn long.
It sounds old. It sounds like something from the '60s.
Yeah, and that's fine. Man, I just don't want you.
I think that sound is coming back.
Yeah, with like October London and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Raphael Sadiq was trying to bring it back about 15 years ago.
He did it with 2 albums.
It wasn't the time. You got sometimes it ain't the time. So.
But I think one of them albums won gold, and he won a Grammy.
The one, because it was the theme song to that show with Martin and Tatiana Ali.
Yeah,
Who's that Girl? Yeah, Love That Girl.
And then the other one, I'm a Good Man, I think did win a Grammy. That one, Good Man. That's got Yaya DaCosta in the video, and my boy Coleman from The Wire that played Cuddy.
Right.
Okay.
Where he's like, coming to the bank and all that, and love that song. Like, it's one of the best Raphael City songs of this modern era of him. Yeah. But that's for me is this Brian McKnight thing. What about you, Stacey?
Wait, I'm gonna ask.
What am I thinking? How many endless shrimps to cause Red Lobster to go out of business?
So they out of business for real?
I heard they closing. They closing a lot
of restaurants.
them create your own feast.
Oh no! Now I'm changing mine. Mine is now his. Why are we doing this?
Chili's too.
Yeah, a lot of Red Lobsters have recently closed, and then they are actually selling stuff that's in there. So I'm trying to go get me some lobster tanks.
First Quiznos, now this.
Quiznos?
Yeah.
Damn.
Just know that the little
Not the veggie bar.
they got a pepper bar.
A pepper bar.
So how many of them are they closing? Like most of the locations?
It was like hundreds.
It was quite a bit.
It was like 400.
They closing all like most of the Dollar Trees and Family Dollars too.
Wait a minute, I cannot.
I know Dollar Trees just went up another quarter.
Yeah.
The $1.50 store.
Yeah, it's the $1.50 store. They Dollar Tree.
Red Lobster closing U.S. locations.
So they saying locations like it's done for?
Hold on. I'm not dealing with this today.
Like it's
and another restaurant. Oh, not just Red Lobster. Because me and my wife gonna plan on going. Fridays are going out of business. TGI Fridays.
It's closing nearly 50 of its restaurants in the U.S.
So it's not going out of business.
But Fridays, that's the main one. Fridays. Yeah, I went there after my high school graduation.
So hold on, man. We losing Fridays too?
Yeah,
but it's only like 2 in the area.
Red Lobster.
Like they closed the one on Olive.
Yeah, Red Lobster
Charles
is reportedly considering filing for bankruptcy protection.
Damn.
And this is coming from AP News. So there's.
What do y'all think the downfall of Red Lobster has been?
Endless fish.
I hadn't been to Red Lobster in years, and I actually went when we were in for my birthday. We were in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We went to Red Lobster for my birthday because we actually had reservations at a fancier place, and I said, you know what? Can we go to Red Lobster? I'm like, because I mean, that other restaurant is fancy, but they ain't got cheddar biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
is all I'm saying. And he was like, bet. So I know in his mind, he was like, wait a minute. You just want to go to Red Lobster?
Red Lobster can get expensive though. It's still
like
seafood.
it still can be, but compared to what we'd have spent somewhere else. Yeah. But I like Red Lobster. I just living in Dallas, I have so many other seafood options that, and like a Red Lobster, it just isn't something you just drive past. It's not around.
Is that
like
what
that.
it is? Is that what it is? There's so many more new seafood and no
Down
seafood.
Dallas.
Well, I'll say this: that very well could be it because. So even when I lived here, you had Red Lobster, you had Gulf Shores was here. I mean, there were a couple of seafood restaurants, but you couldn't just go get crab legs somewhere. You couldn't just go get boiled shrimp. So like, you had to go to the casino. But now here, like from what I've seen on Facebook or people talking about it, there are more crab shacks that are available. Mm-hmm. Now the thing is, y'all not getting fresh. Like it's gonna be everything's gonna be like frozen, or whatever. But like it's not. But so like in Dallas, I mean, not to saying that ours is even any more fresh, but we got a shorter distance to get there. But again, there are so many. Like, if I typed in like a crab shack near me or something like that, within a 2-mile radius, there may be 5, 6, 7 of them.
Damn.
Like there was a day I remember my best friend had come down to visit me. Brandon came down. We were supposed to go to one crab leg place. We get there, the line is crazy, it's gonna be forever, and was like, okay, we gotta find somewhere else to go. So type in another one. Next one that was near us was a mile down the street, down the same street. So there's so many that are there. Like, so to that point, it just could be that now there are more crab shacks or places like that are opening up more seafood spots. And that could be the thing with Red Lobster. People also are trying to be like, I don't really mess with chain restaurants. I don't want to.
You think that's a thing in general, people, period, now?
I think a lot of people are just over chain restaurants. But then even with Red Lobster, like with any restaurant, you have the lease that you got to have on that building and cost and labor and all of that. And if you don't have the staff to keep up with the blah, 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 and you're also competing with these other options that are there,
and you messed up.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. So that's possibly what happened. Or it says, Red Lobster has been struggling for some time. Oh, with lease and labor costs piling up in recent years, the chain is now reportedly considering filing for bankruptcy protection. Maintaining stable management has also proven difficult, with the company seeing multiple ownership changes over its 56-year history. Earlier this year, Red Lobster's co-owner, the Thai Union Group, one of the world's largest seafood suppliers, announced its intention to exit its minority investment in the dining chain. So, man, it's some...
It used to be... Y'all don't understand for kids that grew up in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, Red Lobster was like...
that was like... You like, your parents is really... You graduated.
That's date night.
You graduated.
So
you
graduated college. Not just high school.
You didn't graduate 8th grade for that.
But they're auctioning up. So TEDx brand auctions for the more than 50 closing Red Lobster locations is handling liquidation Beginning Monday will run through Thursday. The sales are winner takes all, meaning that one winner will receive the entirety of contents for each location. So images on the website show that include ovens, refrigerator, bar setups, dining furniture, and more. So they are literally auctioning off anything that is within the building. Period. You can just get whatever they got in there. You can have the whole thing. So as of Tuesday morning, auctions for 48 locations were still live after another 4 sales closed on Monday. So today is Thursday. So today would have been the last day for the auction. So we'll find out.
Get you a booth, put it in the kitchen.
So
what about for you?
Oh, yeah.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. That is what is ringing in my head. I didn't think that it would. Like, when I heard the beat, I was like, this is it? I had no idea that it would stick with me that much. And
it's like one of those comedy sketches where, like, somebody, this ain't even that good. No, like, don't you know no good? It's like,
don't you know no
good? And then the next thing they know,
exactly. So I actually made there's a video, like, that I made of me putting up some peel and stick paper on my bathroom mirror, right? So I made a video of it on TikTok, and the song that is playing in the background is BBL Drizzy. And the video is doing numbers because people are literally trying to get the song. Somebody commented and said, I have no idea what you're doing in this video. I'm only here for the song.
So they don't know because you did a remix of it, right?
Right. No, it's not. I mean, it's just my video of me putting up, wallpaper in the
but it's the regular BBL Drizzy.
Yeah, but it's the song in the background. So
how do people not know that?
It's
just instrumental though.
So right? It's the instrumental. So I'm saying though, but you're just looking for the song, right? So when you type in BBL Drizzy, my thing.
Yeah.
Got you. So it's like, okay. So I'm just trying to get the song. So there is no like. Essentially, any audio of it is not official audio. It's someone who has uploaded it, and everybody's just keep reusing the audio. So the guy, when he said that, I commented, and I said, "That's fine." I'm like, because you have viewed it and you have commented. Thank you for the engagement.
Keep bringing them views up.
So you don't know the story of it, the BBL Drizzy song?
Do I what?
So you don't know the story. It was a dude that made the BBL Drizzy. That
oh, it's a comedian guy.
Yeah, he's done like 40 or 50 of them, different things like country. He did it in like 80s rock.
Did he do the sexy red one?
Yeah,
that one's funny.
Yeah. So, but Metro was like, "Hey man," he hit him, inboxed him. He said nobody was really fucking with him for like here and there. And then he said Metro was like, "Hey, can I use it?" And he said he kept looking at his DM like,
Metro,
boom, man.
Verified.
He said he verified with a check. He said he went back to the page and looked. He said he looked in to try to see like if it was a scam or something. Like he's like, sure. And then he said as soon as that dropped, he's just getting flooded with people. Like,
I guess I saw the.
He made it with AI.
Yeah, I saw a post of him saying like he's like I was just this kind of unknown comedian and. He's like the fact that this blew up. So keep creating dope shit until somebody notices is what I would tell everybody. I have a T-shirt that says it, and I forgot to pack it. But keep creating dope shit until somebody notices. You never know what somebody will cling to. Like the whole thing, I want to go viral. You never know what the hell. Nobody knows what's going to go viral. People who've been
just intend to go viral.
You can't intend to go viral. You literally have no idea. You have no clue what the public is going to cling to.
Like right now, Stacey is super popular for this. This Chevy, this box Chevy right now. This dude's comment on there like, "This is my kind of lady," and I just I just took that clip out because I thought it was funny, and I didn't know it was.
Hey, my granddaddy got one in the back.
But the thing is that people that know me know. That's all I always talk about is I want an 85 box Chevy. Like I always talk about that. Period. So like
the blue Caprice.
Like that's it. Like I want the blue Chevy Caprice Classic. That's all I've ever wanted. Like I want box Chevy with sitting on them things. I've always said that. Or the other. I'm busy. So, but the funny thing is the person calling, like he was like, "I'm gonna get you the box Chevy." Well, good because there was somebody that I dated. And I would talk about it, and he's like, "So your dream car is really a 85 Chevy?" Yeah. He's like, "So not like an Aston Martin, nothing." I'm like, "No." Like, and he wanted like this Audi, whatever, like something, whatever numbers and letters. This Audi, like that's my dream car. Well, that's good for you. My dream car is a 1985, and he just never got it. So with the new relationship, when I told him that, he was like, bet, but that somebody just from down south who just fully understood, wasn't questioning it at all. It was like, okay, bet, we get you that box Chevy.
Is that the same thing that we? I mean, because I want a Cutlass. Like my dream car is like
the old school.
Yeah, a Cutlass. You know,
because that's what we grew up riding.
And an
Audi 5000 because I wanted to be like LL Cool J and be like Audi 5000.
Mine is
Audi 5000
300ZX.
Yeah, that's what
from Bobby Brown from Thin Line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny because I used to tell people that my bra size was a 300ZX. That was my joke. I used to be like, I get my bras at the Nissan dealership. I work
300ZX.
That was my joke. That was my joke.
Is that exist?
Like,
and the Cassie had Googled in. They was like, "Hey, mama, is it a 300ZX bra size?"
Right. Like they didn't like. So it was, but
then the mama might ain't know. She like, "Is it? Let me call your auntie.
Let me ask mama.
Your auntie worked at Victoria's Secret for a minute. Let me ask her."
Like yeah. So again, who knew that me talking about a box? I mean, but it's not. It's not made up. It's the truth. Like so, and essentially, there's a point in time in high school when I started dating dudes who had cars. And every nigga that I dated had an old school car. So every one of them did. So it was a guy that was my senior year's guy I was dating. Roro had an old school car. All of his cars are always old school cars. He always had old schools. My ex that I can't stand no more. When I met him, he had a Delta 88.
Ooh.
Pulled and
Delta 88.
Yeah, they had an old school Delta 88, and I was like, oh my god, I knew God was sending me my husband. Because I mean, like and funny thing is, we met on Black Planet. We met on Black Planet, right? So yes, it's about this throwback. We met on Black Planet. So like, I mean, so you don't know what car somebody drives. So the first time he comes over to like take me out, and he pulls up, and I'm like, that's your car.
I love him.
I knew, God.
Mama, I love him.
I know that you would send me my husband. I knew it. I didn't.
In a chariot.
I know. In a chariot. I did not know. Ooh. So yeah, that's I just like I don't know. I just like old school cars. I do. Like I mean, plus with the old school cars, I could hit something,
and you know you good.
and I'm good. That other car is gonna blow up. My car gonna be. What did Sandbag say? You hit a train with a deuce and a quarter. You get out and see what I did to the train. Like ain't nothing wrong with your car. The car just
a couple of things. Get them dunk them dents out.
Right, them dents out real quick.
Keep going where I'm going.
That's it.
Oh, man, this has been awesome to have y'all, everybody together, man.
Yeah, live and in person.
Where can everybody hit everybody up at?
Oh, I'm going back home on Monday.
No,
so.
Like you're gonna be like, damn, I just missed it.
Man, she going home.
So you can find me on the interwebs at Stacey Adams, STACEY ADAMZ.
All right, you Scott.
Hit me up, cool ass Scott. Find me in the group posting.
Yeah, make sure y'all go to I Only Listen to 90s
every day, all day.
Man, shout out to people in there, man. It's not people, a lot more interaction.
Yeah,
cool,
people
man.
Posting,
a lot of
getting interaction.
A lot of people just be lurking too. They don't be.
Yeah, it's like I'm a like
this. But I mean, we appreciate it.
Hey.
A lot of introverts in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, that's whatever.
Shout out to the brother on TikTok that is now saying he don't believe St. Louis is the first city to have hip hop play on the radio. I was like, that's pretty much in every book if you go reading the book.
Sorry, man.
He's like, no,
it wasn't New York.
Buffalo in 85 at the WKATZ. Like, okay, bro. Like,
okay, well,
all right, man.
But all the books.
It was here.
Said, you know.
It was here. We had the dude's son on here.
All you can just say that just okay.
Yeah,
I
just put good.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't matter.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
All right, we'll see y'all.